to a shit show, and nobody wants that. And I don't want the
Absolutely.
life to be taken down. So
Well, my comment section's been full of you cross-eyed redneck inbred Trump humping like
no, none of that, none of that.
nah.
We're not gonna do that here. That's I have Vanessa. I was waiting for one of your followers to come in so I can put him in as a moderator, but
Well, I
because
didn't get
I
that.
think we're co-living, so I think you're gonna see comments in your side, and I'm gonna see comments in mine. But I don't know if you could see my comments. I don't think.
Yeah, I can see yours. I've already seen six about my lazy eye and how they can't stand my voice. So
Let's not do this again. I think
yeah,
Vanessa is like. Let me see if Vanessa is here. Hold on, because I'm gonna start kicking people out.
appreciate you, Mindy.
No, no, no. This is not what we're gonna do. This is gonna be, and I'm actually looking forward to talking to you because I
Same.
saw your page and I saw some things that held water.
Raiders.
So I'm
Yeah.
excited to talk to you about this. First off, where are you from?
I'm originally from Missouri, raised in West Virginia, then moved to Chicago, Knoxville, Philadelphia,
You've been everywhere.
Torrance, been everywhere.
You an army brat?
No, no, I couldn't. I tried in my eye, so
Just moving around.
just moving around. I was a nomad, man. I was, honestly, for a long while, just lost, man. I had shitty upbringing, shitty parents, nobody there.
It happens.
Brother raised me. He died. I took off my own. Was a drug addict for almost a decade. Straightened my life up. Started getting better. Was completely apolitical until COVID hit. But I had a
Good for
front row
you.
seat to stuff, man. And
Good for you.
yeah,
I
so
congratulate you on that. I know how hard it is to kick addiction. Not from personal experience, but I had family members of people who I love who have been dealing with that. I commend you for your struggle and for coming out on top. That's very good.
appreciate that, man.
Where are you at now? Are you in Florida or
I am currently in Ohio.
Ohio? Okay, a swing state.
Ohio. Yeah.
That's
So it's
interesting.
yeah 10 here. Yeah, we went a little bit redder this year, but
Yeah, yeah. Well, it goes up and down. It is what it is. I'm in
it does.
Colorado. How old are you, if you
Yeah.
don't mind me asking?
36.
Oh, okay. You're younger than me. I'm
Yeah.
47.
Yeah.
All
A
right.
little bit. A little bit.
Well, I was looking for a moderator from you. If you have somebody that you want to suggest and you can see them in the comments that follows you, I would be
I've
more than happy
seen
to put them and moderate.
seen a
Um,
few people. Let me see. Hey, think about people on here who would be willing to moderate from my side. If you don't mind, let me know.
yeah, just name the person because
Michigan.
I can click on them and
Okay.
then automatically put them up as a moderator. But in all honesty, let's try to pay no mind to the comments because the comments
That's
are the
me.
comments. I
Yeah,
want us
that's
to
me.
focus on you and me and just let that shit. We'll keep. I'll try to keep it under check as best as I can because I really don't want the life to be taken down. So
Absolutely.
yeah, tell me about what's going on. I found your video interesting about my reply about the video I made. That video, well, you weren't the only one. Let me tell you, that video, a lot of people got riled up on it, and most of the comments I heard were not different than the one that you're saying about me being divisive.
So,
Which, in all honesty, I'm gonna call out myself. It is kind of the purpose. A little bit of it is kind of dividing people. In all
so,
honesty, because it's
so,
something that I think I'll express my thoughts on it later. I want to hear what you think about first because you said some things and I
yeah.
want to let you air your
So,
grievances, so to speak. So tell me what you think.
so first of all, do you not agree that we are at a crazy point in this country where people from both sides are just treating each other ugly as shit for no
Oh, no
reason?
doubt. No doubt.
So, with making content, especially with a platform as large as yours,
Yeah.
when you make content like that, there's a trickle down effect. And if you don't believe me, just go look at the comments in the video where I stitched you with it, or the last one.
Hmm.
There's people in your following, and this is the same way with the right. Now, personally, look, I started off on this app calling out everybody from the right. That was where I started. When I first started on TikTok, I was still a left leaning independent. I hated Trump with a passion, couldn't stand everything that was going on. I started off calling out people on the right.
Can I
I
ask
don't.
you something? And I don't mean to interrupt you. A quick question.
Yeah.
You voted for Trump the first time.
No, I didn't
You
vote for
didn't
Trump
vote for
ever.
Trump.
No, I never voted until this year. I was apolitical. I didn't give a shit about it. I was always a left leaning independent. I always was. When I was on board for Obama, I was all for it until COVID hit.
Yeah, because
And
I seen your. It's weird. I went into your page and you didn't strike me as like a full grown Trump conservative. So I
yeah,
was like, why is
man,
he? But
I
yeah,
fully support the MAGA movement, like the true MAGA movement, not the Fox rendition, not the CNN straw man, the
good. We'll talk
true,
about that. Good.
yeah,
We'll
the
talk
the
about that. But keep
the
going.
people part of it. But man, with that stuff, and again, I started doing it to the right, and then that moved over to the left. And well, okay, so I had an account here with 170,000 followers. I didn't post. I was just, I mostly shared my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu videos. Didn't have anything to do with politics. Didn't give a shit about politics.
Right.
COVID hit. Now, I do have a background that, I'm knowledgeable on the efficacy of masks. It's not a big accomplishment. It's actually pretty fucking silly. We've known that for decades.
Of what? I'm sorry?
The efficacy of mask efficacy, how well they work.
Okay.
So I, trying to be a decent person, made a video explaining to people, look, if you want to be safe for this thing, don't trust a cloth mask. They're garbage. Get yourself an N95 if possible. If you can't get an N95, a surgical mask, but you still have some areas that you need to watch out for.
No doubt.
Maybe some tape. That's what got me assaulted and turned over to the right side of the world. Because the liberals on that post destroyed it within 3 days. My whole account was gone because why? At that point in time, CNN was saying, cloth masks are awesome. And dude, I'm not trying to tell people not to wear a mask. I'm not trying to tell you, get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated. I'm simply saying if you want to be the safest you can, wear an N95 mask.
And that's where it started, and you got kind of...
So then I got pulled in. I don't know if you know who Obi Bun is. I used to follow
He's my
him.
mutuals, yeah.
Okay, I used to follow him because I seen a video where he was playing guitar. Shortly after that, I came across one of his videos where he was breaking down the COVID data, except he wasn't being honest with it. He was completely misconstruing the numbers. He was conflating up to and may have with these are definite numbers, and he was being ugly as shit to somebody, calling him a fucking inbred stupid. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like, I followed this guy. So, of course, I unfollowed him. And then I just left a comment of a Cindy here. Hold up. Cindy, you keep running every time I see you in the comments. Patriot Mindy 1 said she would moderate on my side.
Okay. I'll try to look at the comments while we're talking.
If you can.
I'll pull her. But
So
see
anyways,
if you can
man.
put her yourself, because I think you can. I think.
Okay, let me see if I can.
Yeah. If you can, I'll do it on my side. But because I can't see it. That's the thing. I think you can see her on your side and put her as a moderator. I think.
No, it doesn't give me the options to moderate. Just add.
That's fine. What's her name again?
Patriot Mindy 1.
Okay. I'm looking for her actively. Like if I see her, I'll put her up. Keep going.
So anyways, man, so I hopped over, and again, just trying to be fair and honest, because that's all. I don't care about left or right. I really, truly don't give a shit. I care about what's true.
So you're not going to vote for Trump in the next election?
No, I would much rather not. Now, don't get me wrong. If we're talking about Trump
but
Biden,
listen, that's not an answer. We much rather not. Like if you ask me, I'm voting Democrat 100% no matter what. See how easy that is? Okay. I want to know because you're criticizing me. So
let me finish. You will never know if you don't let me finish the sentence.
Go ahead.
I can't say that now. I'm an independent. I look at
you're undecided.
Whoever is actually speaking the truth of what's going on and not too far. Whoever finds the middle ground again has my vote. I miss the middle ground. This divisive polarization is silly. Yeah, right now of current possibilities, I would much rather vote for Ron DeSantis. I have some issues with Ron DeSantis, but again, this is another example of why I cannot stand the current left, man. He tries to pass the bill that is simply saying you can't speak about anything, you can't sexualize or speak about any sexual preferences with kindergarten through third graders. Any. It gets labeled a don't say gay bill. It gets smeared all over the place. Like, if you have an issue with the actual bill, cool. Let's talk about that. But when you have to build this straw man of it, like, well, they're just against gay people. No, they're not. They're saying, look, I have a 14-year-old now. I've told him from the time he was born, dude, I love you no matter what. Be who you are. I've told all my straight friends, if you influence him in any way, shape, or form to be gay or straight, I will beat your ass. Leave him alone. Let him grow. Let him become who he is. If that's gay, if that's trans, I don't care. I love that boy no matter what, but no outside influences. Why we have an issue with shutting down people talking about sex in school to third graders is beyond me, and why it has to be twisted into this, don't say gay. It's nothing to do with that. You can have an issue with the bill, but have an issue with the bill.
Well, because I think the problem was that we were trying to educate children in a certain way, and at some point the message got like twisted into we're indoctrinating kids into sexual behavior, which was something that was not true. It was entirely.
There's two sides. And I defend that side of it all the time. So first off, you can't say it's never happened in the same way as I can say it's definitely happened. Well, I guess I could say it's definitely happened. I've seen proof of it. But again, there's a left, there's a right, and there's a center. So the left gets accused all the time. The left gets accused all the times of you're just trying to indoctrinate our children, you're trying to sexualize them, you're trying to be pedos, and that's bullshit.
Yeah, but let me ask you something. let me ask you something because we're diverging from the main topic. I want to
Mhm.
ask you a question. You said that I was causing divisiveness, that I was like,
Absolutely.
and I agree with you that we're nasty on
Absolutely.
both sides. I can agree with you on that. But I want you to explain why, because, and I can play the video of what I said. I said that Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. You're saying you support MAGA, the true
Okay.
MAGA, make America great again. So I want you to
Right.
explain why,
Okay.
and
So
then
first of all,
I'll explain why I said what I said. But go ahead.
okay. So first of all, I'll need you to define to me what you consider our democracy.
Our democracy in terms of what?
Hmm.
Of our democratic
Like,
system of government?
what is right? What does that mean to you when you say somebody's a threat to our democracy? What do you mean
Yeah.
by that?
Well, what I mean by that is that we have a system that is a Republican form of government, and we choose representative that represents us by region in a democratic way. So it's a
Absolutely. So,
hybrid system where it's a Republican form of government
absolutely,
for the people, by the people, represented in sectors of
absolutely.
indivisible
Now, of
states. And
course,
that's fine. I never said that the United States, I never said Trump is a
I
threat to
know,
our democratic form of government.
I know. That's why I'm
What
asking
I
you because
said, but let me finish because you asked me a question and the question hasn't been answered. Let me answer you.
I thought you did answer, but go
What
ahead.
I said in my video was that Trump was a threat to democracy, and he
Okay,
is. Because the
okay.
problem is this. First off, we believe in a system that is a Republican form of government, and that we entrust people to represent us, right? Super delegates on each
Hmm.
state. And those people present those numbers. And if it's more than the amount, then the presidency wins. But then
Right.
when that happens, we choose, not we, because I wasn't in that side. The people that are in the GOP choose to say, well, the elections were stolen. Specifically, Donald Trump.
Okay.
With no
So,
evidence whatsoever, let me
okay.
finish.
Well,
With
you're
no evidence whatsoever, because he had zero evidence that the election was stolen.
okay.
He
So
was
here's the
going by
thing.
on rumors. He said on a podium publicly, we need to challenge those votes.
I
The government is going
agree.
to be stolen for us. It was fear mongering. And then he got a bunch of people on January
Okay.
6th to go to the Capitol and commit
Okay. No, no,
insurrection.
no.
Where
You're
people, well,
going.
you're not letting me finish. You
You're
have to let
running
me
into
finish.
six
I will let
different
you talk.
topics. You ask me a question, I
No,
ask
it's
you a
not six.
follow-up
No.
question. You're not allowing me to finish the original
It's
answer
not
you
six
asked
different
for.
topics. If you ask me a
You
question that is open. If
Oh
you
my God.
want somebody to answer with a yes or no question, you have to ask them a suggestive
you
question.
ask
You
me
ask me
a
what?
question. You
No,
ask me a question. I ask you a follow-up so I can lead into my fucking answer.
you ask me. You ask me
What
why.
you were meaning when you say a threat to democracy, you've answered that. You mean he said that there was election fraud and that is threatening our democratic systems. I am
That's
not
why
an
I
idiot.
think. That's
Okay,
why I
so let
think
me
that he
finish
is a
then.
threat to democracy. But go
Okay,
ahead.
so let me ask you then. How do
Yeah,
you feel about Hillary Clinton?
I'm
How do you
indifferent.
feel? How do you feel
He's not
about
running.
Hillary? How do you feel? Let me finish. How do you feel about Hillary Clinton in 2015 using the FBI and having the FBI offer $1 million for somebody to forge documents about Steele dossier so we could chase the Orange Bastard around for 4 years? How is that not a threat to our democracy? She was the
Why is she
original.
not in prison
She
for it?
was the original election denial. Exactly,
Yeah, but she's not in prison because
dude.
you're
Look it
you
up
don't
or
have
I
any
can.
evidence of
Look
this.
it up or I can. We all know about the Steele dossier.
No,
We
but
all
that's
know.
not that. Not that. Show me
No,
the
no,
docket.
no. We all know. Do you remember the 4 years
I
of
don't
our
know
lives?
shit.
Do you
I don't
remember
know
the
shit.
4 years of our lives chasing around Trump for the Steele dossier, Russian collusion? Do you not remember that?
I don't know anything. If it's not in a court document that it's a docket where she was filed cases against her and she
Bro,
was accused, I don't know anything. I know
you
whatever
you
the news
you are
was.
a Democratic mouthpiece, but you don't remember running around for 4 or 5 years
I
chasing
remember
fucking
there was
Trump for
rumors
Russian
about it.
collusion. You don't
No, I
remember us
remember.
spending millions of dollars chasing Russian collusion. You don't remember the Steele
You're
dossier. You
asking me a
don't.
question and
You're
I'm answering.
lying.
I don't.
You're
How do I
lying.
feel about Hillary? Number one, I don't care because she's not
You
running.
are lying.
How
You
am
are
I
lying.
lying if I don't know the truth?
Because you remember
I
the
have to
Steele
have personal.
dossier. You
I don't have
remember it.
personal knowledge.
You remember. Listen. You remember that we. I don't care. Fuck Trump. Fuck Clinton. Fuck them all. This is how you get to the middle.
Mhm.
Do you remember Hillary
Yeah.
Clinton screaming on stage that there was Russia collusion? He was working with Putin. How many years have we demonized Russia for shit that wasn't even true? It's out
You
now. You can
about
Google
what
it.
she said about Trump?
Yes, you can Google it right
He
now.
probably is, and he will be accused. They're already
No.
the
We've
FBI
done.
already went and searched his house.
Bro, the Steele dossier shit has been thoroughly debunked. All the court cases are
Not
done.
yet. Charges
It's
haven't
over.
been filed. It's under
All the
investigation.
court cases are over. Look, Trump is not who I like. I am not
No,
trying to defend Trump. I am asking you, If you want this side to say,
Yeah.
no, Trump shouldn't have started the election denial shit, where do you stand on Hillary Clinton? Why
You're
can
saying,
you not?
number
Why
one,
can you not
I'm
say?
answering, ask and answer. I already answered that. I don't care because
No,
she's
you
not
didn't.
running. But at that time, you're bringing something from the past. But okay, I get it. At that time, if she was accusing him of
Around
something
and
that hasn't
around
been,
we go.
no, because I'm answering your
Around
question
and
that you
around
asked
we go.
twice. I
No,
already
this
answered.
dude, this is such just, it's bullshit.
But listen,
Like,
Jack,
how
you
hard
can't
is it a
answer-
question?
You can't
I
answer
can
a
answer
question
it
with
if-
another question. That's not how this
No,
works.
first of all, you asked me a question, and I was trying to answer, but I asked you what our democracy meant to you because I wanted to make sure you weren't one of the type of people saying we are a democracy. You're not. I argue that shit all the time. Every time I explain what
We have a
our
democratic
democracy
form of
means.
government
Exactly.
run by a
No,
republic.
we have a constitutional republic with democratic systems. You can call it a representative democracy, but yes, absolutely. I have that argument all the time because as soon as I say our democracy, I have 68,000 people saying the constitutional republic. I'm like, I'm well aware of it. The Constitution is the law of the land. We use democratic systems to elect our representatives. Therefore, that's when I say our democracy, I mean how we elect our representatives. You asked me a question. I asked you how you stand. You told me that. Now I'm asking you if you can be unbiased. If you want to look up, I got time. You want to look it up. For 4 or 5 years, we wasted millions of dollars chasing the orange bastard for Russian collusion. No, listen.
First of all, wildly different what you're comparing.
No, it's not.
Nobody
she
went
denied
to the
the
Capitol
election.
to overtake
She
it.
said, do you not remember the riots on the street the day freaking Trump was elected?
What
Google
riot?
them.
Nobody took the Capitol.
Bro,
What are you
Google
talking
it.
about?
Bro, Google the riots. Google the people beating the hell out of vehicles and burning shit the day that Trump was elected. The day. Look it up. Google's free, my man. Google's free.
That's different because there were people that
No,
were
it's
frustrated.
not.
Nobody thought he stole the election.
If we're going, yes, they did. What do you think the Steele dossier was about? Colluding with Russia to steal the election. That's what it was about. Am I wrong? What was the Steele dossier about?
Wrong. Is that you're using a false
It's
analogy.
that you refuse to. I'm confusing denying election results with denying election results. Show me the difference.
The difference is that he is under investigation for that.
No, he's not. It's been done. No, he's not. The difference is
been done?
Clinton wasn't. It's done. The trials are over. It's been thoroughly debunked. There was no Russian collusion. It's a done deal. It's a fact. Yes.
For Trump? No.
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. You can go onto the Mar-a-Lago documents. You can, maybe everybody says nuclear secrets. They've not found any proof. Maybe he was. Fuck it. Throw his ass in jail. Lock him up. I hope so. I don't care. The difference is I'm unbiased.
But that's
the difference is
the point.
No. If you cannot, we need to go back to the beginning. If we're going to talk about election denialism, we need to go back to where it started. You cannot address that because you are a partisan hack. That's the problem.
Why am I a partisan hack? Nobody.
Because you refuse. Instead of just opening your mind and saying, hey, wait a second. Wait a second. If Hillary actually did deny elections first, and it was a lie, and she used the FBI and was offering to pay people $1 million to forge documents to make this look real, then she needs to be in jail too.
That's a lie. You're making it up.
No, look it up, man. Fucking Google is free.
No, those are rumors. That is not fact.
That is not a rumor. It's a verified fact through court systems.
You're making shit up.
No.
If you have a document,
prove me wrong. You are making the claim I'm lying. Prove me. Absolutely. You made the claim I'm wrong.
I don't have to prove anything wrong because you have no evidence. If you can show me an affidavit,
Google's free. Hold on.
Let me finish.
Hold on. No, because I'm not going to.
If you can show me, let me finish. If you can show me a docket, if you can show me a docket with a court number and a case filing where she was formally accused with election tampering, which is what you're suggesting.
That's not what I said.
Election, if you have a docket,
you just changed the goalpost. I never said she was accused of election tampering.
You're talking about
she denied the election. She said that Trump colluded with Russia and Russia actively.
Rumors, probably pulled from Fox News. I get it.
What the fuck do you think we? See, this is the problem with you guys. You are so disingenuous. It's not funny. You know damn good well I'm not talking about Fox News talking point. You know damn good well I've already said Trump can go right under the street. No, we just spent 5 years going through this shit. 4 or 5 years. The whole time Trump was in office, the whole time, all we heard was Russia collusion. Russia collusion. She didn't really win that election. It was Russia collusion. He had the Russians collude with him. They stole the election. That's all we heard. That's it.
Let's leave that topic because we already discussed it.
No, we didn't. You sidestepped.
We already discussed it until death.
If you want to take the L on that one, we'll sidestep it. If not, I want you to see how do you feel about election denialism when it's not on the other side. You can't do it. Partisan hack, paid for propagandist.
Can you let me talk? Let's leave this topic because it's getting
Of course,
into
leave this topic.
it's getting into an infinity.
It's
You
getting
think
into
that
where you're going to have to admit you might be wrong on something.
no, because you have presented
Can't
no
have that on
evidence.
your live, can you?
You have
Can't do
presented
it.
no evidence. You have zero right now.
For
Don't
every
listen to me.
person, I'm trying, and you keep running your mouth about it. For every
Next
person who's
topic.
in this live on his friends list, do me a favor and Google what happened with the Steele dossier and Russian collusion. You don't have to like Trump. I don't like Trump, but at least know the truth.
That is a conspiracy
Next
theory. And you have
topic.
zero evidence.
Next topic. There's all
Next
kinds of
topic.
proof. Yeah, exactly.
Next topic. No
There
court
is no more next
document.
topic.
No
Obviously,
affidavit.
you are not coming into this
No
to be
evidence.
honest and real. You're coming into this just for one goal. I'm not playing your bullshit. Look it
Anecdote.
up or move
It's like
on.
me saying, I remember there was an asteroid that landed in Arecibo in Puerto Rico.
No, it's not. It's like
Anecdotal,
saying,
but I
do you
have no
remember
evidence.
3 years ago? Do you remember a year ago? Not even a year. It's
There's
been
no
like
evidence.
what?
You have no evidence of this. But
The
next
fuck
topic.
I don't. No,
You do not. You do
no.
not
Oh,
have
I've got
evidence.
evidence, and I'm going to pull it up. We're not going to the
You
next
can pull
topic.
up all the
though.
news you want, but you don't have evidence. There's no
Yes,
docket.
I
There's no
do.
case. There's no docket. There's no case. If I say Trump has been sued over 60 times in a court of law, that is a fact. I
Cool,
can
and I'll
bring
say
you
how many
dockets, I
times
can
was he
show you
convicted?
evidence. You can't. That's the difference.
Okay, so first of all, I'm not going to make this a butt Trump thing, as I stated you, because I don't give a fuck about Trump. But if we're going to talk about election denialism, we're going to
If you
point
don't
out
give a
that
shit
Hillary
about
did
Trump,
it
why
first.
did you come into my life and,
We're gonna
and
do
why
it for-
did you attack me on my video?
Because you're a paid-for propagandist, and I'm going to
Who
expose
pays
that.
me? Wait, let's address this shit. Because
So-
you say somebody's paying me.
So first of
Who
all, you
pays me?
admitted it in your video when you said you would do this for free. Would implies you're not currently. Second of all,
who's
I
paying-
never
no, but
said.
listen, who's
Second
paying
of all,
Well, hold
I
on,
never
who's
said
paying
anything
me?
from the Democrats or George Soros or any of the other shit you say in your videos. What I said for is you are a paid-for propagandist. Some people get payment monetarily. Some people do it to stroke that narcissistic ego you got going on with those faces right there where you bait people in, you pull them into your bullshit, drug out of the way narratives. That's what I mean. I'm on to you. It's not going to work here. Still dossier. Look it up, son.
I'm not pulling anybody into anything. I'm asking you
You
who pays me, and you
absolutely
can't
are.
tell me. Because you're
Either
saying,
you pay yourself with your narcissistic personality, getting all those likes and all that attention does it for you, or when you made the statements about the Democratic Party or George Soros, that made me kind of think. And then when you made your video saying, oh, I loved on this, I would do it for free, you would do it for free, would implies you are not, which means that's kind of your Freudian slip. As I said in my video, you reported and got removed.
I don't report anything. I don't need to report
That's
anything.
what I'd say too if I
If
was
your
a little
videos are
scared
getting reported,
chicken.
it's because you're violating community guidelines.
No, it's
I'm
not.
reporting anything.
Your followers have already been all in my comment section saying, he doesn't have to tell us to report you. We enjoy doing it because you're cross-eyed.
Well, I don't know what my followers are doing. I'm not
Because they're
omnipresent.
they're mentally ill, bro. Like, you are
Listen,
attracting the mentally
They're
ill
mentally
people
ill,
within.
but you're the one accusing
Absolutely.
me of getting paid by somebody with no evidence.
Absolutely. First of all,
Where are
if you
the
want to...
show the checks?
First
Do you
off,
have
if you want to
copies of it?
actually... First of all, if you want to actually look up the research, you will see that the majority of mental illnesses lie on the left and the
I
political
don't forget
spectrum
about
anyways.
the fucking mental illness.
No,
I ask you a
because that
question.
plays
Where
into
are the
all
checks?
of it.
You're
I don't give a
saying-
fuck.
You're
I
saying that I'm getting paid
I
by
have
George Soros and the
absolutely,
Democrats.
I have absolutely zero rock solid proof. My gut instinct tells me you are a paid for propagandist.
Oh my God, gut instinct. We don't work with gut instinct. Listen, here's the bottom
Exactly,
line.
you don't.
Here's
We're
the
going to
bottom
talk about
line.
this
You
Steele
attacked me on my
dossier.
video
We're going to
because
talk
you're
about
saying
Hillary
I'm
Clinton's
divisive.
election denial.
Fine. Let's go back to the topic. You said that on my video that I'm causing divisiveness.
Absolutely.
So what do you suggest is the alternative? That we accept
talk.
this like
Talk.
racism and all this shit.
If
and
there's
take it
true
like it can?
racism, let's call that shit out. The thing is, if you actually got to know MAGA people, the black MAGA people, every ethnicity of MAGA people, you'd see we all fucking hate racism too.
So why
instead
are you
of-
voting for
so
the person that was
instead-
endorsed by the KKK?
Because who the fuck can help who endorse them? First of all, I have never voted for Trump, and I've already said I wouldn't. I said I would if I was between Trump or Biden. But what racist
Aside
stuff?
you.
What racist stuff?
Aside
Like, I've
you.
looked into this.
Aside
Listen,
you. I
listen.
just asked you. He was endorsed by the Ku Klux Klan.
Who cares? Who
Well,
you
obviously
cannot
you
help.
don't. You're fucking white.
You can't help. You don't know I'm
It
white.
doesn't affect you.
You don't know I'm white. What percentage of white am I?
Oh my God.
How much of my ethnicity is white? Answer the question.
You're not seriously bringing this shit up.
How much of my ethnicity is white? Answer the question.
I don't fucking know. I will have to pull
Exactly,
a
you
from
don't.
you,
So
but I
don't
can
speak
tell you
on
that
it.
if a cop pulls
You're
me
being
over
racist.
and they pull me over,
The fuck?
it's gonna go far worse for me.
The fuck? You want to put our records against each other and see who's had more shit from
You're
cops
white
pulling them
as
over?
snow. What are you talking about?
Do you want to put our records to each other and see who's been treated more like shit by cops?
Oh my god.
How many ribs you had broke from a fucking traffic stop?
None.
Exactly. As I was saying, if you didn't try to point your finger at the other side and say, well, some people who was never asked to do anything, but they like the policies, however, they're ugly, disgusting people, but they supported somebody, who cares? He wasn't out there cheering them on. The Charlottesville stuff, that was one of the things that irritated the fuck out of me about you people, because I was on your side. I was hearing this, wait.
You
Trump
were
said
never on my side. You don't give a shit if Trump was endorsed by the KKK.
Listen. No,
That's
I can't
white
help who
supremacy.
endorses people. No, it's not. That's fucking fully understanding
Yes, it fucking is.
Okay, so you're telling me if the KKK decides they want to endorse Joe Biden, you know the guy who was friends with the KKK,
If
they
the
come out
KKK
tomorrow
endorsed
and
Joe
said,
Biden today, I wouldn't vote for him.
okay, cool, I'll hold you to that. So why did you vote
See
for
how
him when he
easy-
was
no,
out
no,
there?
but listen,
Do you
see how
do
easy
you
that
remember the
mental
eulogy
process
he
is?
gave to the high member of the KKK? Do you remember
See how
that?
easy that was. Listen, see how
Do
easy
you
that mental
remember?
process is?
You're
I say I
lying.
wouldn't vote
Did
for
you
him.
vote for
say I don't
Biden?
give a shit.
Did you vote for Biden?
Yeah.
He was endorsed by Robert Byrd, one of the big members of the KKK. Why'd you vote for him, you racist?
He found
The
a
fuck he
picture of it.
wasn't.
He was never endorsed.
No.
You're
Grew up
making
in
it
West
up.
Virginia. Grew up
You're
in West
making it
Virginia.
up.
Know the attachment.
The
No, I'm
only
not.
people that were
Google is
endorsed by
free.
the KKK were
Listen. If you're not actually going to look into things, you're just going to sprout your propaganda mouth. This is pointless. This is pointless.
By the KKK. You're making it up.
You make
That's
videos
fine. You can make
and
up
you
whatever you
act.
want.
You make
But-
videos and you act like you want. For again, anybody in the comments section who wants to actually know the truth, do not listen to this man. Do not listen to this man. Look into things yourself. Don't trust a word I'm saying to you ever. Don't trust a word he's saying to you ever. Trust
So what
no
happened
one.
when he had the chance
Look at
to
yourself.
denounce white supremacy? And he
So
said,
why-
stand back and stand by.
That's what. No, he denounced white supremacy over and over and over when he was asked
Later.
about the Proud Boys. No.
When his team told him, "Hey, you fucked up.
Nope.
You should fix
I
this."
went through that. Nope, I went through that. I was
The
on
first
the
time
left.
he was asked, he said, "They're both."
I was on the left when that was going
Blind
on.
people
I
on
couldn't
both
stand
sides.
Trump. You're going to keep talking so I can't get my point across, but it's not going to
You're the
matter. I
one
can
who's
talk
not
just
letting
as
me
much.
speak.
Absolutely, and I can keep talking just as much and faster and louder if I need to. Now, I was on the left when that shit was being said. I couldn't stand Trump. I spent forever cussing him for being a racist who said, there's good people in the KKK. Couldn't stand it. Then I watched the full Charlottesville video, and I heard him over and over and over say, I absolutely condemn white supremacists, neo-Nazis, fascists, all of that stuff. I absolutely, but there were good people and there were bad people on either side. There were people there wanting statues removed. There were people there trying to protest statues being removed. Both of these groups were good people. Then
You're
there
out
were
of your
people there.
goddamn mind. There was
Look
Nazis
the
and there
fucking
was people
shit up,
there.
homie. Look it up.
No, there
Google,
was Nazis,
Google and YouTube is free.
white supremacists. and
Google
good people.
and there we go. White
a
supremacists,
difference.
blah blah blah. No, you people is a dumbass
There's
liberal.
the
That's
guy
what I
that ran
mean.
over through people, and then
Yeah,
there's good
what
people.
was that guy's name? Kyler Ellingston's the one he ran over and killed. Isn't that who you're talking about? Or are
white
you talking about?
supremacists.
Or are you talking
Yeah.
about the black guy that ran over the people in Kenosha? in
No,
the
I'm
parade?
talking about the white supremacists. in
Oh, are
Charlottesville.
you? So you're
Yeah.
you're just willfully ignoring the other side of it, like you do.
God.
There are.
This is why I said what I said in my video.
Because you're psychotic. Because you actually
This
don't
is
hold
what
up
I
to
said
facts.
in my video. What
So
I
far,
said,
you have
and I stand by
denied
it.
that Hillary denied
Let me know when
election
you're finished and I'll
results.
talk.
Oh, I
Go
will,
ahead.
absolutely. When this mouth quits moving, that's when I'm finished. So far, you have denied the fact that Hillary denied election results. It's a known fact. I bet you would deny the fact that Stacey Abrams never conceded that she lost the election for the same reason. She went on forever and ever spreading election denial propaganda. Bet you won't admit that either, will you? No, instead, you can only focus on what one side's done, where the MAGA people are the ones always saying, hey, that over there's fucked up. This over here is fucked up. Both sides are fucked up. We need to get rid of all these fake-ass politicians from left and right. We need to replace all of them with real American people. That's what they're saying. You're on here just spewing the same biased bullshit. It's absolute fucking garbage. No, I don't know if I am or not, man, because it doesn't... How can we
Let me know
ever
when you're
reach
done.
anywhere? How can we ever reach anywhere with
not
whenever somebody
interrupt me when
talks
it's
to
my
you
turn. Keep
about
going.
facts? How can we ever get anywhere when somebody introduces you to facts and you just sit there going, no, you're a white supremacist. No. Are you fucking 12? Have a conversation.
Are you done?
For now. Depends how much bullshit you start spewing again.
No, you're not gonna interrupt me, or I'll mute you. Because
Do what
that's
you
the
gotta
thing.
do,
I let
man.
you speak.
I'll let you speak, but if you're going to ignore the points and throw out bullshit, I'll start talking
The
again.
reason-
Mute all you want.
Are you really done? This is like becoming ridiculous. This is like children. Are you done?
So stick on the topic.
Okay. No, I'll stick on the topic. Don't worry. The reason why we're here, which is the main topic, is because you came at my video and you were saying I was causing divisiveness. Now I'm going to tell you the reason why I made that video. I'm going to give you the reason because you are so eager to know that you came into my life.
Okay.
The reason why I make that video is because we don't have to entertain anymore. We used to, back in the day, entertain the thoughts of people that were in the top tier of the echelon of the United States of America, which is the white male
Democrats.
and white supremacy. And now, today, right, and in 2022, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to call out behavior. Don't interrupt me because I let you speak. I let you speak while I was having my awesome coquito. So
you
please don't
speak
interrupt.
after you got butt hurt and shut up. But go ahead.
Don't do this because then you see this is the problem. I didn't interrupt you. You're interrupting
you
me.
nonstop interrupt me.
The reason why I made that video, is because that narrative where we entertain white supremacist thoughts is over. We did it in fucking 1800s, in the 1900s. If it wasn't for people like me who were willing to fight back and say that behavior is wrong, we would still be in fucking shackles. And this is happening again. We took a decision from 1970s, which was Roe v. Wade, and said, you know what, we're going to take it back to where we can take women's rights away. The other party did that. No one else in the planet did that. The only 5 people that did that fucking decision was Republicans. So don't tell me that the other side is responsible for that shit because they're not. And that narrative is not more accepted than anything else. We're not going to do it anymore. That's why I'm telling people, I didn't exactly tell people how to vote. I told people, listen, if you have a friend or a family member or someone that you know and you love that is voting for Trump on the second term, which is far worse than the first, on the second term, you are okay with white supremacy. You have
bullshit.
To. And that is, well, it's bullshit to you. But it's not bullshit to the people that follow me or to the 17,000
Yeah, because they're brainwashed.
That like the video.
Because they're brainwashed into your bullshit.
It's because Donald Trump
bullshit
had an endorsement for a white supremacist group and he didn't denounce it.
Yes,
he had a chance to denounce white supremacy. Don't interrupt me because
I'm interrupting because you're full of shit.
You ran your mouth off as much as you wanted.
Look up the videos. You can run your mouth about the truth and that's fine, but don't lie in the middle of it.
Hey, listen, you can rebuttal. I have no problem with that.
He did denounce it, but you keep going on and on. You've already included 6 different topics to try to run past one. Exactly.
You stop.
And then as soon as I talk, you start flapping them fucking guns.
We are not going to do that anymore. I don't give a shit if I'm divisive. If I'm divisive and people are okay.
Oh, I can be divisive too.
Because nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to share spaces with people that are a threat to democracy, with people that are taking women's right away.
So nobody wants to share it with Hillary Clinton.
White supremacy. We are not sharing spaces with those people anymore. You can choose to do that if you want.
So the Democrats.
Your house is your house. You let in your house whoever you
want.
So
the Democrats.
That's my advice.
So the Democrats.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the threat to our democracy, as I've tried to explain, but you just keep sidestepping the point, the Democrats were the ones who started the election denialism shit. They were the ones who started the threat to our democracy. They were the original threat. It's truth. Look it up. How the fuck you don't remember something from 4 years ago shows me you're either A, completely ignorant, or B, you're playing your little propaganda.
Show me the pictures of the insurrection that the Democrats ran against the Capitol. I want to see them.
They did, actually. I can't remember the exact year.
Show me the pictures
but they
of
did.
The insurrection.
I can.
The insurrection where people died.
What was it? May something? What was it? May? They did it too.
You don't have it. It never happened.
But actually it did.
The only insurrection that has happened in the last 30 years was done by the fucking Republicans. And
yet again, I am not MAGA. I am against January 6th. So why in the fuck that's your
Hillary
big argument
Clinton
point?
conceded the election. Hillary said, I have been defeated.
After she came out, eventually, yeah, but how many years did we spend on the Steele dossier? How many millions of the taxpayer dollars did we spend chasing Russian collusion? Just because you don't want to admit it, it doesn't mean shit. It's truth. It's factual. Anybody who wants to look up, look up.
You are definitely voting for Trump.
We wasted 4 years. See, there you go. It's always got to be about
and
Trump.
And you already voted for Trump, so you're lying.
No, I've never voted. This was the first year I ever voted. I voted straight fucking Republican, too. But this was the first year I've ever voted. Yeah, because I have a fucking brain. As I was saying, what you said, I won't interrupt you, but then I'll just keep interrupting you anyways. The election denial shit, if denying elections is a threat to our democracy, the Democrats started that. That's fact. Look it up, don't look it up. I don't give a shit. Hopefully somebody in your comment section has the brain to actually look into it.
Hillary Clinton began the election denialism. Stacey Abrams carried on with it. When we would start talking about they took away something from 1973 to come after women. I disagree with the fucking overturning of Roe v. Wade anyways. I thought it was fucking silly. That's, again, not me. Now,
But if you disagree with it, why did you vote Republican?
Well, would you let me finish? Maybe you'll get that answer.
I hope so.
I doubt it, because you'll just start talking again as soon as you get it.
doubt
You
it
keep trying to
because you don't know how
change
to
the
answer
goalpost. Oh, no, I know how to answer, but you will not allow that to happen. First of all, I completely and totally disagree with California and New York, the people who are trying to pass up-to-birth abortion. It's fucking disgusting. It's disgusting. Period. So you're going to make me pick between two extremes. The potential... Now, first of all, overturning Roe v. Wade was simply a constitutionality matter. It was not in our Constitution. It was not covered by our Constitution. You should know anything that is not directly covered within our Constitution is what? It's a
don't
state's
worry,
right.
I'll go to the Constitution.
Oh, I'm
go
sure
ahead
you
and
could-
explain it.
Nah, go ahead and fucking don't do the theatrics. Answer the question.
What theatrics? I'm letting you talk.
Anything that is not within our Constitution is a states' rights issue. Is abortion in our Constitution specifically?
That is not true. The
That
Constitution
is
of
true.
the United States.
That
has
is absolutely true.
That is not true. The Constitution of the United States
Boom.
has explicit rights and it has implicit rights. And those implicit rights are interpreted by case law and by the Supreme Court media opinion.
Where within the Constitution does it say a woman has the right to end a pregnancy?
Do you not understand what I'm telling you? I just answered a question and you're
I'm asking
replying
you
with
specifically where.
No, it doesn't say it because it's under
It doesn't
privacy
say
rights.
it. It's a state's right. Even
No,
Ruth
it isn't.
Bader Ginsburg said that whenever Roe v. Wade was passed, it was done under the wrong precedent. That it should have been done under a different case.
No, it isn't.
Roe v.
It's
Yes, it
not a
is.
state's right.
Absolutely.
You said
I
that
can
in
look
it. You
up
said something that is.
RGB against.
You said something
Roe
that
v.
is
Wade.
legally incorrect. Just because something is not in the
RGB
Constitution doesn't mean
against-
that it's not included in there. You just made that shit up because obviously you don't understand law.
No,
But you're a
you are trying.
constitutionalist.
Is that word salad bullshit you guys pull off on your people just because you say something
bullshit?
doesn't belong there? You just said a double negative. If it's not in
You
there,
can't
that doesn't mean
interpret
that
the
it's
law.
not
You're
in
not
there.
a lawyer. What are you talking
If it,
about?
what the fuck does that matter with anything? You
It
just
matters
said.
a lot because you're
You
exposing
just
next
said
to
if
something
it's
that you're
not
treating
in the
like
Constitution, then it's in the Constitution. Whether implicitly or direct, it's in the Constitution or it's a state issue. Either way. Correct?
No,
Yes.
drastically incorrect.
So if it's not mentioned in the Constitution at all, not implicitly, not fucking directly, if it's not mentioned, if you
It was
cannot look at
interpreted
it
in
and say...
Roe v. Wade. It was solved.
It was what?
It was interpreted in Roe v. Wade.
Interpreted,
It was
which means
solved.
they interpreted that it was in the Constitution.
It
Would that
was
not be
solved,
exactly what I'm
and
saying?
they reversed it. Because
Would that not be exactly what I'm saying?
Who made a wrong decision?
Would that not be exactly what I'm saying? If they can look at it and say, yes, we are figuring that this is the way we are taking this, and that means they are saying that it's within the Constitution. If you cannot do that, it's not a constitutional issue, it's a states' rights issue. Now, on the Roe v. Wade thing, as I said, I don't think it was smart. I honestly think it was some way to try to hurt the Republicans because it was the dumbest fucking thing in the world to reverse it when they did. Why? Everybody knows how touchy of a subject that is. It was going fine. Makes no sense to me. However, if you're going to put me on the side that is trying to be okay with up-to-birth abortions or wants to turn it back to the states' rights so each individual state can figure out how they feel on it independently, so we have the opportunity to have 50 different states having debates about, okay, have you actually paid attention to an ultrasound-assisted abortion? Hey, do you know that this is what's going on? Have you looked at these pregnancy centers and realized you have other options? So we have the opportunity to have those debates across the country to see where we stand at. Boy, which way am I going to pick? All states have a voice, or nope, we're just going to follow California's lead. That
should have never been up to debate to the states. There are things that are not up for debate for any
Yes,
state.
it absolutely should have been. At what point in time do you
No, it
stop
isn't
considering
because
it
you're
killing
talking
them?
about women's rights, and you don't have a uterus, so it feels convenient for you to say.
Newsflash, buddy, I used to be a
because
fucking.
it doesn't affect you.
Newsflash, guess what I used to be? Guess what?
A woman? Are you?
Guess, what is that? Some kind of? Are you transphobic now?
No,
did you
I'm
just
not.
did
I'm
you
just
just assume
asking
my
because
gender?
if you
I think
never
you
had a
just
uterus,
did.
If you're never
How do
had
you
a
know?
uterus, you should have
Are
zero
you
opinions on
assuming
this.
my gender?
No, I'm just.
Do you know
saying,
my name's Jackie?
saying, do you know what I used to be? I'm like, I'm excited for this one because if you were in a woman,
No, it sounds like you just tried to hop on some transphobia there. Way to go.
Yeah, that you're not looking smart right now doing that,
Buddy, I don't give two shits. If I look smart to
I
you,
know
I'd
you
probably
don't
go
give a
off
shit. I can
myself.
see it.
No, it just so happens that once upon a time I was a fetus. Imagine that. Imagine if nobody had spoke up for the fetuses of the world. So guess what? I do have a say in it. Guess what else I was? I was the product of a marital rape. Guess what else I was? I was the product of a failed abortion. Guess what else I was? I was that kid who grew up in that horrible situation you hear about where those kids are unwanted, they get the shit kicked out of them, half starved to death and treated like garbage. Hey, glad I survived.
Your mother chose to have you.
No, she didn't.
Your mother chose to have you. That is
no,
her
she
choice.
tried to kill me and I chose to cling on.
That is her choice. No, it wasn't you. It was her. That is her choice. Her choice is to have
No,
you
she swallowed a bunch of abortion pills and they didn't work.
Listen to me. Listen to me. That is her choice. It is her choice to choose to have you.
It's her choice to keep her legs closed, homie.
No, dude.
Yeah.
Now you're going to do this shit.
We talk about, if you want to talk about rape or incest or medical necessity, we can have that conversation. But if we want to talk about consensual, no, you're just too afraid to have the conversation.
No, women can keep the legs.
When did pregnancy become? When did pregnancy become airborne?
You were doing real shitty, and now you're.
When did pregnancy become airborne?
This is not something.
How do you catch pregnancy?
You should have no.
How do you catch pregnancy? How do you catch pregnancy? How do you catch pregnancy?
You have never been pregnant.
Is it airborne? Is it airborne? Is pregnancy airborne? You want to make us wear a mask to prevent pregnancy? Is that what we're getting at here? No.
Oh God, dude. This is a waste of time.
Can't do it. It is because you're fucking, like I said, you're a paid for propagandist. You cannot keep on the topic. You keep moving the goalpost and running yourself in circles. You will not answer the fact about where the elections analysis began. You will not answer the fact about why it's a good idea to have Roe v. Wade returned back to the individual states. You want to jump on the fact that I'm not a woman, but you'll deny the fact that I used to be a fetus. You don't want to address the fact that maybe I know what it's like to grow up in those horrible situations that the Democrats always act like they care about. Yet, since the Democrats been in power, this lower to middle class person is fucking starving, making the same amount of money as always, living the exact same way, have actually lost bills, but can't fucking make ends meet anymore because of this Democratic leadership. Who knows, our strategic oil reserve is getting depleted just so they can try to keep the gas falsely lowered. Knowing that we were lied to about student loan forgiveness, knowing that we were lied to about all this shit from this administration, and then you get people on here like you saying, we gotta go against them white supremacists and neo-Nazis who don't want all the shit I just mentioned.
You are talking like so much crap at this time.
Debate one point I just made.
You are not structuring a single idea in everything that you're saying.
Just because you're too silly to understand the ideas, just because you are too stupid to comprehend what I'm saying is not my problem. Just because you are too stupid to understand, just because you are too stupid to understand, you are the only person who's brought Soros up, period. I can talk about Soros if you'd like to.
Organize your thoughts. Like, try to hone in on a subject and stick to
So discuss something particular, you dumbass motherfucker. You ran through 8 topics in one sentence, and then you sit back and say, no, talk about all of that. And I'm going to make fun of when you try to talk about all that. Discuss the topics. You can't do it.
This is wild.
You cannot do it. You cannot stay on topic. You don't know what
you're talking about.
Buddy, you're not going to gaslight.
Opinions on women and you're putting yourself as a when you're never
listen. I've dealt with manipulative women my entire life. You are no exception to the rule. I know your game.
Now you're going to talk about women and
I know your game. I'm not playing it with you.
That's what you're going to do?
I'm not playing your manipulative bullshit.
Maybe they just didn't like you. Maybe it was you and not them.
Okay. No, actually, I am perfectly fine with every ex I've ever had. We are more than friends. Everything's great. Why? I seriously doubt it too, buddy. Now, what point do you want to debate?
I'm in a happy relationship. I don't have that.
Do you want to debate the fact that Joe Biden has completely depleted our strategic oil reserve? Do you want to debate the fact that he went to the Saudis and begged them to wait on lowering production till after midterms so he could falsely keep the gas prices low? Ask. No, you said pick a topic. I'm picking a topic. Talk about it. Are you denying that?
He can do whatever he wants.
Are you denying? No, that's ours. That's mine and yours. That's meant for wartime. No, he cannot. He's not the fucking king. He is not the fucking king. Trump wasn't the king. Biden's not the king. We, the people, are supposed to be ones ruling this shit. And you're saying he can do whatever he wants.
Did you hear what I just said?
Are you hearing what you're saying? Answer the question. Are you denying the fact?
I'm answering the question, but you're not listening to it. Whatever he does doesn't matter because he doesn't control gas prices.
Oh my God, that was the fucking weirdest transition ever.
Have you ever worked in energy? Because I have.
Yes, absolutely. Listen.
I was a legal attorney for an energy affairs administration.
That's cute. Okay, listen.
No, it's not cute.
Are you telling me that Joe Biden did not release millions of barrels of oil from our strategic? See how you know what? Dude, answer the goddamn question.
Yeah, he did. It doesn't matter.
Yes, he did. It does matter.
It doesn't
He
matter.
falsely reduced gas prices for an election.
He
That
can
is a
reduce
threat
gas
to our
prices. The
democracy.
president doesn't control gas prices.
If
Gas
you are
prices
releasing
controlled-
oil falsely to lower prices so
Go
you
ahead.
can get elected for midterms, that is having control over the gas prices. What
Let me
the
know
fuck
where you're
else
done
is
with
that?
this
What
lies
else
and
is
bullshit
that?
you're spewing.
It's not like
know.
you just admitted yourself. He absolutely released a bunch of millions of barrels of oil per day from our
don't know what
strategic
you're
oil
talking
reserve to falsely look the shit up. You act
You
like
don't
you're
know what
some
you're
kind of
talking
expert.
about.
You are a fucking propagandist and you are not a good one. I will
I
call
was
your
a- I
shit.
was an attorney
Listen,
for the energy
listen.
affairs
I don't give a
administration. You got
fuck if
Twinkies.
you are a gas pump. You are full of shit.
You got
You
Twinkies.
know you're full of shit.
You
Look
got
at you
Twinkies
just
and a Raider
admitted
hoodie.
it.
You don't have the
You just
experience to talk
admitted
about
it.
this.
You just sat there and spoke to the fact that you know he has been releasing oil from our
Let me know
strategic
when you're
reserve
finished.
to falsely lower the gas prices. You said that.
You are in
And then you
over
say
your
he
head
has
on
nothing control. No, I'm not either. Explain it then. Explain how he's releasing
ahead.
millions
I'll
of
explain
barrels
it.
of
Go ahead.
oil. Okay, go ahead.
I'll explain it.
Go ahead, but
Are
stay
you done?
on topic.
I'm
Say
gonna
the
stay on
point
topic.
you
I'm
want
gonna
to.
talk about
Go
fuel
for it.
reserves. Are you done?
Go for it. Go for it.
Are you done?
Go for it.
Okay, don't interrupt me because you don't know what the fuck you're talking
Then
about.
stay on topic.
Trust me when I tell you this. You are in over your head.
Stay on topic.
I
Stay
made
on
energy
topic.
contract and I was at
That's
Energy Lawyer.
look. I don't
Let
give a
me tell
fuck
you
about
what
that.
happened.
Explain it. I don't need your
During
credentials. I
COVID-
need your point. I'm aware of
No,
all that.
because
No,
you're
no,
talking
no.
about something you
I'm
don't
not
know
going
about,
back
and
to
I
that.
don't
I can
defend
explain
it.
to you. I can
Are you
explain to you
done?
how gas prices got out of hand, and it wasn't all Joe Biden's fault. I can explain that to you.
can't.
I'm not
You
saying
don't
that.
understand how it
Okay,
works.
then let
Are
me
you done?
explain it to you. Let me explain it to you. You want me to explain it to you
You
real
already
fast?
did. You're talking.
No,
Now
no,
let me
no,
talk.
no. You're changing the argument. You see, when COVID hit, we weren't using as much gas. Therefore, the demand went down. Trump got lucky and was just so happened to be able to make a deal in the meantime to make gas go ridiculously low. It wasn't because Trump did such a great job. It was simply because the pandemic hit and we weren't using as much. Therefore, there was a surplus in supply compared to demand. When COVID ended, that carried over. As the COVID restrictions started in, first off, when Joe Biden first got in office and he instantly did his little executive orders to screw everything, that didn't help matters at all. But that wasn't the main thing of it. When the demand went back up and the supply wasn't there, that's why we started getting high gas prices. We were getting higher gas prices before Russia and Ukraine ever fucking happened. That's just the front to make it worse. None of that is what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying to you is, did Joe Biden release millions of barrels of oil a day from our strategic oil reserve to falsely deflate gas prices for midterms?
No, he can't do that. He's not authorized.
That is a lie.
He's not authorized to do that. He can't.
Look it up.
He cannot do that. You're making it up.
God, dude. Again, anybody in here, don't trust me. Don't trust him. Look
I
this
have
shit
shaken
up.
the hands of people who are ministers.
I don't give a
oil
shit if
back.
you've shaken God's
I
hand,
have
brother.
met them personally. The president can't do that. You're making it up.
No, I am not. Look it up.
Gas
Google's
prices
free.
went up.
Look it
because of
up.
something
Look it
simple.
up.
Okay, I let you talk. Now you're gonna let me talk.
No, because you're just fucking
No,
lying.
you're not gonna
sitting
fucking
here.
interrupt me again.
Fuck you. I'll do whatever the fuck I
You're not.
want to. You're
No.
flat fucking
I
lying.
let you talk. Now it's my
You are flat fucking lying. Look it up. He absolutely released the shit from our strategic oil reserve. It's there. It's black and white. Why can't you?
Okay, you're muted because the problem is that you keep talking and you won't shut up. Yeah, you can finger me all you want. Do that. Entertain yourself with that shit. This dude is like something else. The president doesn't control gas prices. It went up by something called supply and demand. There's a ton of fucking barrels sitting in a warehouse somewhere and nobody's consuming them. It was the pandemic. People weren't using their cars. Nobody was going to work. Therefore, that oil is just sitting there. It went down drastically. The pandemic was somewhat over. It hasn't, but it somewhat was. Then people went back to work. And now those cars need fuel. And the fuel preserves and the people who are in the oil industry said, we're going to hike the prices because we got to recuperate that money that we lost for 2 years. That is it. Joe Biden, whatever Joe Biden does, has nothing to do with the control of gas prices. But these people are insisting that he did something and that he released barrels. And I'm sorry, I tried as much as I could with that guy, but the problem is he won't let me talk. It's ridiculous. And I'm not going to keep doing this. And then he's telling women to close their legs. Obviously, I was wrong. I thought I could have a civilized conversation with him, but that dude is like wild. He is crazy, and I'm not going to do it. I'll give you one more chance. One more chance. Let me see if he's in there. But if he does that again, and he gave me the finger and all that shit, whatever. But listen, it's what I've been saying all along. Why do I say to people in my video, do not give these people space. Do not debate them. Do not allow them to feel comfortable. Because this is what happens. What happens? They get violent. They get aggressive. They say lies. They spread misinformation. They get frustrated. And then what do? They end up attacking the fucking Capitol. This is why, and people are like, oh, debate him. This is why I don't debate them. It's because they are in a cult. It's lunacy. And he won't even let people talk. He's just screaming and he doesn't really like organize his thoughts. It's ridiculous. And then he's saying about the Constitution, well, if it's not there, what are you talking about? There's implicit and explicit rights in the Constitution interpreted by case law. He doesn't know what he's talking about, but the problem is every time I explain to him why, he wants to shut me down and talk over me. And we can have a conversation like that. I let him talk a bunch of times and I didn't interrupt him. But is he going to go in like that and start interrupting and talking over people? It's not worth my time. I won't do that. You know? He wants to talk over me. Yeah, he wants to talk over me. That's not a debate. And he is acting like a kid. And he did have 20 different topics. And he's still talking about Hillary. Hillary's not running. This is stupid. And nobody caused an insurrection but the fucking insurrectionists. He's trying to make shit up and looking for shit on the news. It's just ridiculous. And I'm not going to do that shit. You know? Anyways, you know, I tried as much as I could. I really want to let him speak. But the problem is if he's not going to let me reply, it's a waste of time because I'm not going to have a conversation with a person that can't let me speak. And I was trying to answer my question, but I have to mute him because he's going to keep talking over me and I can't state my point. I think you would have finished that cookie. Yeah, I'm still doing it. You display so much patience. Yeah, listen, I am willing to talk to anybody. But the problem is, if you're going to run your mouth on things that you know nothing about and then spread misinformation and say, you're not, how do I say this? He's not qualified to have these conversations. That's why I told him in the beginning, I said, if you can show me credentials that allow me to have a conversation with you, that you know what you're talking about, I can do that. But he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's making shit up. And I can have a conversation with somebody like that. If you're making things out of your head, you know, you can't have a conversation with someone like that. Oh, Hillary did this and that. Okay, show me the docket. If you have something that she was accused of that proves that she had wrongdoing and tampered with an election, show me the docket where the case was filed against her by the DA. The answer is you can't. Because your evidence is not evidence, it's anecdotal. That's a story. That's something you heard in the news somewhere, probably Fox News. If I say Trump has been sued over 60 times in court for wrongdoings in terms of contract that he hasn't paid, that is something that you can verify. You can go online, search the dockets in New Jersey and New York, and it's going to show that he has been sued more than 60 times. It's called a fact. You can verify it. But if you're going to come into my live and spew a bunch of shit that's false, that's not a debate. That's just you spreading misinformation. It was funny, too, because one of my followers said, do not allow him to say things that are not true. And that's what I'm doing. I can't allow it. If you're going to make shit up, that's not how this works. Exactly. Look at Luciano saying he has the trust me, bro, conspiracy credentials. Yeah, it's the same shit. It's trust me, bro. No, I know. Look it up. Look it up. Do your own research. Same thing with the vaccine. And then he went really bad when he started talking about women and he was a fetus. I'm like, dude, nobody gives a shit about you. You're a fetus and that was your mom's choice, not your choice. She made a choice. She could have had you or not. That's fine. That's her choice. But you can't make that choice for her. And then talking about, again, same thing with the conspiracy theories on California wanting women to abort at month 9. It's wild. This is all made up shit. It's the same fucking Republican talking points. Yeah, he said women have legs. Yeah, it's disgusting. You know, I'm not going to have a dude talking about women like that on my forum, you know? Women should close their legs. Really, dude? Are you going to fucking... It's ridiculous that he would say something like that. And that women manipulated him. No, dude, it's that women don't want you because you're being a dick. and that's not on the woman. That's on you, you know? But he's got incel energy too, which is fucking strange. And I was assuming his gender. Yeah. That's why I asked him, like, were you a woman? That's the only thing that will excuse you from this. The only thing that would excuse you from talking about your birthing rights is if you're a woman. But if you're not, what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody gives a shit about your opinions on women's bodies, dude. He is wildly crazy. It's worse than I thought. But, he wanted his clout and people wanted to see me, talking shit. I let him. But he's still a fetus. Yeah, probably. But I'm not gonna, have this stupid debate over women and then making shit up. Just like, well, Hillary conceded the election. She said, I lost. Trump said, they're stealing it. Big fucking difference. Well, what about Russia? No, that investigation is over. What the fuck do you know? Do you work in the FBI? How could you possibly know this? But the best part is not that one. The best part is I really enjoyed the fact that he really fucking thinks that I am paid by Jeff Soros and fucking whoever and the Democrats. I'm like, bro, show me the checks then. I know it in my gut. Really? Your fucking gut? That is we're just gonna go by your gut. Oh my fucking god. Dude, nobody's paying me for this shit. You know how much I like giving you grief? I do it for free because I enjoy giving Trumpers shit. It's like a reward. I fucking love it. If they pay me, I'll be fucking fantastic. No one's paying me for this shit. This is so dumb. Listen, I'm gonna be here. It's 8:59. I've been here for an hour. Oh my god, yeah. Then he said, "What percentage of white I am?" I'm like, Jesus. Now he's black too. He's like that episode of fucking what's the name of the Atlanta show where there was the white guy, rich wigger, poor wigger, where he was like white and light skin and then he turned black. It's so fucking stupid. That guy was like a monumental waste of time. I thought it was gonna be better. Hey, at least you guys got some entertainment out of it, I guess. He needs therapy. Yeah, for sure he does. Listen, I'm gonna be here for a little bit more because I'm already here, and if you guys want to hang out and keep talking about this, I will tell you guys, like, if any of you wants to come in and chat, I'll invite you and I'll pull you up and we can talk for a little bit about this fucking debacle. What a fucking shit show. I like how he gave me the finger when I muted him. I try to give. Listen. It really is frustrating because I try to give the guy some grace. I'm nice to him. I'm like, look, I'm not gonna let anyone make fun of you. We're gonna do this. I'm not, I'm being like, I'm giving him the space, but then he comes into my space and he fucking disrespects me and he doesn't let me talk. This is why I said in my video, do not treat these people like fucking, don't give them space. Don't invite them to your fucking home. Fuck all of them. I'm telling you, they're in a cult. They're in a cult. And he's like, well, we're treating each other bad. Well, yeah, because one side is trying to reason and the other is just fucking gaslighting everyone into thinking that you are the ones being attacked. When the problem is that you're a bunch of assholes and nobody likes you. And then you blame the media and you blame fucking whatever, The media is after us. The media is not after you. You're just an asshole. And no one likes you because you're an asshole. It would happen in school or at work or at the fucking local tennis club. It will happen anywhere you go. If you go to a place and you're an asshole, people won't like you. And right now, you people are the assholes of the America. The Trumplicans. I'm sorry. It's the truth. That's why I don't give you space. That's why I don't debate you. That's why it's a waste of time. I hope that this is like a lesson for everyone to see why I say the things I say in my video. Do not give these people spaces to spew out their bullshit and to say things that are not true and to gaslight other people into thinking that they have something. Oh, I think I have something here. No, you don't. You don't. You're just making shit up. Anybody can do that. Anyways. And that bullshit that he didn't go, he's a Trumper. He's just closeted because he feels a little bit embarrassed, but he's a Trumper. Oh, I don't support Trump, but I support MAGA. The fuck is that? I don't support L. Ron Hubbard, but I believe in Scientology. You're stupid. If you don't believe in the leader of the cult, but you believe in the cult, you're supporting the leader of the cult by believing in the cult. It's not like these mental gymnastics that he does. He was like just going back and forth and all over the place. He couldn't get his fucking ideas straight. It was just ridiculous. Do I think he's a white supremacist? I don't fucking know. I think he has white supremacy in terms of he thinks his opinion is valid and he doesn't feel heard because white males are used to thinking they're the loudest voice in the room. And then when a person of color challenges them, they immediately want to put them in their place. He literally said that in his video. I enjoy putting you people in your place. What place, dude? I don't have a place. I say whatever the fuck I want, just like you. But the problem is they don't like it because they used to control the narrative and they don't anymore. That's why I told him in my video, we used to listen to your bullshit. Those times are over. Now you don't control the narrative. The white male respect that you used to have, where you walked into a room and whatever you said was the gospel because you were white and a male, is over. Now you're on a level playing field. And when you experience equality, when all you had is privilege, it seems like oppression, but it is not. You just experience equality. You're just the same motherfucker in the entire room. And they don't like it. That's why they're like all hell bent and angry. It is what it is. I don't give a shit. Oh, man. Luis, pull me in. Who's in here? Let's pull somebody in here. Sure, why not? Let me see. Lee wants to talk. Okay, Lee, I'll put you in. I just don't know how. Okay, I got a bunch of guests. So let me see who's my guest. Oh, my God. I got like a ton of people that want to come in. Okay. Oh, shit. This is a lot of people. Okay, I'm going to start. Oh, my God. I'm going to start in order, okay? I'm going to give Glaxmo and Just a Gringo. I'm going to do two because I don't want too many people. I'm going to try to get to everybody. Okay? Hey, brother. Welcome. How are you? What do you think of that shit show?
I didn't think you let me in. That was insane.
Hey, at least you had some fun, right?
But I'm used to people like that. I'm just one state over in Utah.
Oh, dude, you're in Utah? Yeah.
I totally get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these white supremacists,
he wouldn't let you talk.
They think these white supremacists run shit because that's what they're used to. The figure of the white male in America is complex. They used to run shit. They think they still run shit. I'm like, nah, dude.
I like what you said about equality and how to those who've had more, it feels like something's being taken away. But
yeah. When all you had is the upper position and then your level, that shit is gonna feel like oppression because you've always been here, right? They don't like it.
Absolutely. I did do a little legwork in the background. I looked up the Hillary thing. It's a half truth. It's not the real thing because the reality of the situation is, like you said, no one marched to the Capitol on behalf of that. You know, I remember when she lost, and I was like, oh shit, she lost. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and there was feelings, of course, you know, and I was like, man, he even said grab him by the, you know, and he still won. Like, that's crazy. And there was a bit of cognitive dissonance, if you will.
Yeah, they all have the same talking points. They're Fox News parrots.
But the idea didn't
Hillary and the emails. Soros.
The idea didn't cross my mind. I'm gonna storm the cat. No, that was next level, man. I'd never seen anything like that before.
No one has. Not in this recent lifetime, but you know. At one point, I asked him, well, what do you think about? Well, I don't care. Well, of course you don't care. You're a white male in the United States of America. If you don't give a shit, your life doesn't change. And apparently he got his ribs broken by cops, so you know he's a troublemaker. Because if you're white and getting beat up by the cop, you really must have done some shit, you know?
He did say he had a rough background, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, bro, if you did some shit, that's on you. You know, you must have done, because you could get a pass. Between you and me, you'll get a pass.
Yeah, and I won't take up too much space and time here, but I used to be hardcore Republican. I understand a lot of it. I grew up Mormon, so it's like listening to him took me way back, man. I was listening to Hannity every day, Rush, all of it, Michael Savage.
You a black Mormon?
I was, yeah, hardcore.
I thought you were all going to hell according to them.
We'll have to talk another time about that. Or just check out my page. But I love wearing this shirt. Let's go Darwin.
Let's go Darwin. Yeah. Hey, listen, I'll give you a follow. I'll
brother.
give you a follow, and then we can chat.
Yeah, for sure. I'm from Jamaica.
Thank you for supporting.
So, all right, take it easy.
Peace out, brother.
All right.
How you doing,
Hey, what's going on, man?
Doing good. Welcome.
I've been following you for a while. I've made some videos with you,
Thank
especially
you.
about, well, what's his name? Luchito, or
Luisito.
no, the other guy.
Oh, Don Cholito.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pain in the ass. He's another MAGA hat.
I hate that guy. I
And
hate that
another
guy.
one that thinks Joe Biden controls gas prices. These
Yeah.
people are obsessed with it.
Ah,
And they
yeah.
went down. So I'm like, I paid like $3.10 for a gallon the other day. Why are you complaining about now? So who lowered it? Did Joe Biden lower it? Are we going to give him credit for that too?
Look, gas prices go up and down all the time. Like that's
Yes.
just the nature of the way shit
Capitalism.
works. Yeah, exactly. It's capitalism. Like I don't understand why these people like
They'll
get
cling.
so.
They'll cling over
Yeah,
anything. Over anything. It's the same shit in Europe. Gas prices are high. Whose fault is that? Biden is going over to Europe and fucking everyone in the Eiffel Tower. And it's so dumb.
it's I I live in Mexico. I don't know if I think maybe you knew that, maybe you didn't.
What part?
So, I'm in Sonora.
Sonora.
And so like our gas prices haven't changed much, but that's because AMLO has put restrictions on it. But it's like it's all about supply and demand. Like I get that,
Yeah, like
and
anything,
even
like milk and eggs. It's a commodity. It's the same thing.
exactly.
But it's a talking
Dude,
point. Like somebody said in the comments.
I was so surprised that you even like invited that guy to debate tonight.
I wasn't gonna do it.
Yeah, I know. I saw it and I was like, no fucking way. This is gonna be so bad. And I thought you were gonna destroy him, which I think you would have, but he never shuts up. Never.
Yeah, but listen, his talking points are just bullshit. He just regurgitates a bunch of talking points from Fox News, and then when you talk, he interrupts you and talks over you. It's a debating technique, but he doesn't even know it's a technique. He's just uneducated, so he just screams over people. It's stupid.
Exactly.
But all of it, I debunked like 90% of it. He's just making it up.
Well, I agree. I think he didn't come here for a debate. He came here to just scream at you.
Yeah.
That's what it came down to.
That which proves my point when I say to people, do not give them space. Do not talk to them. Get them out of your lives. Because they're cult members, and cult members have to be the program. And he won't be the program. He doesn't want to. So listen, I gotta go through all my guests. I want to talk to everybody. So I have to skip, but thank you for coming in.
Oh, cool. No problem, man. I'll talk to you later. Have a good.
Yeah, I want everybody to go in, and right now the list is like pretty long.
I got you. Have a good one, man.
Thank you, Bob.
Good seeing you.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Wow, I didn't expect this.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome. I didn't expect to be in so quick.
Oh, that's good. I thought you were going to be in there longer. You got 1 minute because I got to cycle over everybody.
I fully understand. I just want to say the dude that you had that little chat with, debate, whatever, basically he got his debate style the same way Trump got his when the first debate with Biden. It was identical.
Yeah.
Watching you, and it was identical to watching those two. I had to step out for 20 minutes. It's like, nope, I can't deal with this. Anyway.
I recorded it. For those of you who don't know, I recorded it, and I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel tomorrow. So it'll be available for anybody. It is what it is. I don't even know if it was a debate. It was just like people saying it was just him screaming. And screaming things that are false. That was the worst part. He didn't have no rhyme or reason to his thoughts. That's why I told him at one point, and he got really angry. I'm like, dude, you have like your thoughts are just like disorganized. He was like all over the place. I was like, what is happening?
I don't know.
It is what it is. Well, thank you for coming in. And
thank you.
Thank you for following.
Have a good one.
You too, sir. All right. Let's keep inviting people in here. It's Lindsay. Hey. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on. Let me try to get my video. Hold on.
Yeah, try to get your camera on.
I'm outside. It's raining.
It's raining. Where you at?
In Kentucky. Hold on.
Whew, Kentucky. That's not rain. Those are bullets.
No, I'll be quick. I know you got a lot of people in here.
I know you. I follow your page.
I appreciate you.
You were doing campaigning out there hard. I admire your tenacity because the campaigning out there is not easy.
It's not.
You're in Trump land.
No. So there's that. I'm hopeful, I guess, and that's what you give me. And when you when you said that you were going to go live with him, I was like, okay, let's see how this goes. Because I really do feel like we can talk to people, but
not them. Not them. But it's what I've been saying, what I said.
I know.
In all honesty, I'm glad this happened in a way because he proved my video correct. Yeah. My video that he attacked saying, you're causing divisiveness. We're causing divisiveness because you people are gigantic assholes. And nobody wants to hang out with you.
I felt like I needed to tag in, like everything was going all crazy and he wouldn't let you talk. And I was like, put me in, coach. Like, when he brought up Roe v. Wade, I was like, put me in, let me do it.
I mean, he was disrespectful to women in a very bad way. I'm like, dude, now you're going to do this.
Well,
you were already in the hole. Now you're going to be like, I'm in the hole. Let me dig more. I want to really get in there. What are you doing?
It was so bad.
It was really bad.
It was really bad.
But people will show you their true nature if you corner them,
I just, I guess I'm curious as to what he took away. Like, what did he? Nothing.
He's not listening to me.
Yeah.
He's not. I told him at one point, I was like, you're not even listening to me. Did you hear what I just said? I'm like, okay, dude. Yeah, he's not even listening. He's thinking in his head of what he's going to say to me to insult me without even listening to me. He doesn't have active listening skills. That's something that some people have and some people don't have active not listening. You can hear anything. You can hear music or a background noise or that train that goes by your house. That's hearing things. He's hearing me, but he's not listening. He probably doesn't listen to anybody, to be honest.
No. But so much more braver than I can even explain. And let me just say, the patience of just like, you really did try. Nobody can say that you didn't because.
But I don't, but now, listen, at least now my followers know.
Oh, don't put it anymore.
That's why I tell my followers, that's why you know now why I don't do it. Because a lot of them ask me, would you debate this person? Would you debate that one? And I tell them all the time, it's not worth my time, number one. And number two, I can't make them think that these topics are up for debate. The moment you let these people, like abortion was a perfect example of what just happened, right? They think that they have a power over it. He immediately got up in that high chair. Well, women should close their legs. Blah, blah, blah. It took him 10 seconds.
They always go to that.
Yeah, because I know. I'm like, I know what you're going to do.
What my brain goes to is like, I have daughters, children that overwhelmingly need access to healthcare, specifically here in Kentucky. So when he says that, it's a real...
Yeah, but what does he say? He says, well, it went back to the states. Yeah, and it shouldn't. There's topics that are not up for debate, even for the states. Right. Like you don't say to the states, oh, you guys want to do slavery in Georgia? That's fine. We'll leave it to the states. Right. No. There's things that can't go to the states.
No.
Women's rights are one of those things that shouldn't go to the states.
Especially when we have Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul running Kentucky. Why would we want...
No, nope. But they don't get it. They don't get it because, listen, in the end of the day, he said it. I don't care. And it's true.
Right.
He really doesn't give a shit about women. He doesn't care about the KKK because he's white, so it doesn't.
He cared to vote until this year. So clearly he has not been paying attention.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. And I get it. Listen, a large majority of white males do not care about the endorsement of a white supremacist group endorsing Trump. He said it. At least he's honest about it. I know you. I told him, I'm like, I know you don't give a shit.
Be loud and about that. So
Yeah.
ever put yeah, no.
Loud and proud. I was like, of
course
like, I don't care.
That the KKK endorsed him, and I was like, what?
Yeah, when he said that, I was like, of course you don't care. You're white. You don't give a shit. It doesn't affect you. How white do you think I am? I'm like,
that was terrible. I don't
now this turned into an episode of Atlanta. Now it's like weird. Now you're black now. It's like, yeah, it's so fucking stupid.
Like I said, way more patience and control.
Yeah, but I ran out at one point. At one point, I told him, listen, dude, if you're not going to let me talk, I'm going to mute you. And that's when the thing was over. Because I'm like...
The finger thing, I saw it. He was a hot mess. Like,
he was pissed. I enjoyed it, though.
Well, you know, clearly he's not receiving probably the love from people.
Oh, from women. Yeah, he's an insult. But you can tell that he's like, women are not listening to him. Women are manipulating me. And I'm like, oh, here we go.
You know, this will just shut him up a little bit. And, you know, like we just, like you said, no more safe spaces for racist, misogynistic, transphobic, homophobic people. No more safe spaces.
We're done. We're done.
We're done.
I told him, like, we're not going to make you people feel comfortable anymore. I'm not going to invite you to my house. You're not going to eat my turkey. I'm not going to pick you up at the airport. You can fucking walk.
Yeah, no more.
You're causing division. Yes. I don't want to hang out with you.
I want to be divided from you because
I want you away as far as I can get you from me.
You're mean and hateful and hurt the people I love.
They're horrible. They're horrible. The fact that I let him speak the way he did about women, like, at that point I was like, I'm gonna cut this dude off soon.
Well, I'm glad you keep your peace, man. Keep your peace. Keep doing you. And I love you. And
Thank you. And keep doing the good work out there. I know it's hard.
I'll never stop.
I know you won't. You don't seem like the type of person who will.
No, we're not stopping, but I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you for following. Have a good day.
You too.
Good to know in there. Yeah, man. Shit is crazy. Oh my God. I got a lot of people. I'm hoping I can get to everybody. It's a lot. It's a lot. Hello, Sparks the copycat.
Hi.
How are you?
That was infuriating to watch.
It was bad.
Was fucking infuriating.
It was bad.
The close your legs piece of it.
Yeah, that one got me like, yeah.
Although I would have responded when he said, "What % white am I?" Well, it doesn't matter because you clearly have benefited from white privilege.
It's ridiculous.
I mean,
wild. He's a wild child.
He was rude. He was disrespectful towards you. It was not.
He's what every Trump supporter is. That's why I don't debate him.
I had a conversation. I come from a family of Trump supporters, and I had a conversation with my mom where I said, gas prices are not in Biden's control. Gas companies are controlling oil prices, and they're profiting while prices are going up. She's like, no, they're not. Well, who is making the money then? Where is it going? If they're not getting it, where's it going? I'm curious. She couldn't answer that. I sent her several articles, article after article. And then the canned Fox News responses.
That's all they do is watch Fox News. That goddamn channel is the worst thing that has ever been created.
I do think that Trump is a symptom. I think he is a symptom of a bigger problem.
I agree.
That's the only reason he got people to vote for him.
I agree. I could not agree more. It's funny. You know who said that? One of my best friends from Puerto Rico. I went back to Puerto Rico. I go there all the time to visit family. And when I was there, one of my good friends, Rafa, I hope he's watching this. He said, because I told him, I was like, Trump is a big problem. And he's like, Trump is not, he is what He just took these people out. These people were always there. This has been like this. And he's black. He's like, this has been like this forever. They were just in hiding. And Trump gave them a safe space where they could feel like, oh, this is great. I knew I was right. White people
Yeah.
are under attack and all that bullshit. And he told me the same thing you told me. I was like, man, it really is a symptom.
Yeah. And he wouldn't have a base if they hadn't already had some of the feelings that he was vocalizing.
Oh, yeah. And it's a problem because now DeSantis is riding the same train.
Oh, God.
Well, he likes it, too. He's like, oh, these white supremacists vote. This is great. I'm going to ride that gravy train. And Marjorie Taylor. There's a lot of Republicans that use that narrative that are like, this is awesome. We can ride on white supremacy and win elections? Fucking great. Let's do it.
And you may not care who endorsed Trump, but the reason, right? And I get that, right?
That was the worst part. I was like,
I don't have control over who endorses me, but I can tell you right now, if Biden were endorsed by the KKK, my expectation would be that he would denounce.
Yeah.
And if you don't
denounce, vote for him.
Right.
He's
but
like, well, what do you do? I wanted to vote for him. Look how easy that was. It took me 3 seconds. He was like,
denounce it because it benefits him. If you're endorsed by someone and you denounce them, that's what you're supposed to do. I can still vote for you comfortably. But the reason they endorsed him, though, is because his views align with their agenda.
Stand back and stand by.
There's a higher prevalence of Nazis in our country than you ever would have realized before Trump was
and more hate crimes registered under the FBI log than ever. It's just, but listen, you show them all the fucking evidence in the world, and then they just stop. He insists that I am a paid, like.
I don't understand that, because if that's like, who is paying all of us? If you want to keep insisting that Democrats are lazy and don't want to work, and that we're leeching off of the government, but yet you're being paid also at the same time by the government or by George Soros or whoever, like, make it make sense.
I'm like, show me the checks. I knew it in my gut.
Well, your gut, if you're voting for Trump, your gut needs some adjusting anyway.
Oh my God, these people.
I did want to let you know, I ended up canceling and re-requesting, so I was at the bottom of your list. So you should, when you let people in, go to the other end of the list and start from there.
Oh my God, we'll see. I won't. I
wanted to let you know that.
Thank you. I won't be able to cover everybody. I think I'm gonna try. I've been here for almost an hour and a half, but I'll do a little bit more, probably 30 minutes, and we'll see. But thank you so much for supporting and for coming in.
Yes, absolutely. And I am a new follower, and I am pumped to see your content.
Thank you so much. You have a good one. Oh my God, that was interesting. That George Soros money. That's how I bought my jet ski. It's that Soros money. Oh my God, guys, I'm so sorry. I really hope I can get to everybody. I don't know if I'll be able to. I'll try. Let me do JP here. Hey, brother, what's going on? Welcome.
What's going on?
Doing good, sir. Doing good.
First and foremost, I want to let you know something. I enjoy your content. I love the laugh. The laugh always gets me.
Thank you.
So I will be honest with you, right? I tend to converse in the political side of TikTok a lot,
right?
Because I come in contact with a lot of these so-called patriots, the ones that only represent the red, white, and blue when it only benefits them and nobody else.
Sure.
So listening to this guy, and this is the reason why I stayed in the queue so long, because I really wanted to talk to him, because he was just spewing so much. I can't call it trash, because you would need to identify trash in order to talk about it, right? It was so erratic.
It's erratic, yeah. It was like a bunch of. It was nothing. It was a bunch of like, blah, 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 blah. Like I was like, you're not making. That's why I told him, you're not making sense. Like you're not taking your ideas and organizing them. You're just like, you have chaos in your brain. It's very weird.
But can we talk about something real quick? The reserves, the strategic oil reserves. Hold on. Let's say that one more time for the people in the comment. Strategic oil reserve. Strategic.
Yeah.
If Biden wants to release 1 million barrels, he has the authority to. It's under his purview.
Yeah.
So I don't care. Like,
And it
what are
won't,
we talking
in all
about?
honesty, it won't affect gas prices the way people think. It does. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. But again, somebody said it in the comments. It's a talking point. They'll take anything. It's the same thing with his son, Hunter Biden. I'm like, it's a talking point, but nobody gives a shit. Hunter Biden is some dude. He's not running for office. He doesn't occupy a public office. Well, fucking Ukraine. Okay, then whatever. Find the evidence, show it, process him, put him in jail. I don't give a shit. He's still no one. But it's a talking point. Republicans are desperate. They're losing numbers, right? Think about it. The last 2 elections, what is one of the big talking points that they have? Well, this is not a Democrat. This is not a democratic country. This is a republic. Well, the reason why they're saying that is because they are stating that we choose elected officials to represent us, and that's how we win the presidency. But they are saying that because they have also not won the popular vote in the last 2 elections. So they know they're losing numbers, and they know that if it wasn't for the Electoral College, which is the only reason why we're a fucking republic, it's because of the Electoral College and because the southern states had a bunch of slaves and they didn't know what to do with them, and that's why the 3/4 compromise came out, so that everybody stayed happy. And now they're worried because they're dwindling. So they're like, well, remember, we're not a democracy. We're a republic. No, motherfuckers, you're losing numbers. And you know this. And you want to change your narrative to benefit you because you have a system that is not working in your favor when you thought it would. That's why they're scared. And they know it.
But you know what's crazy? If they weren't scared, they wouldn't be pushing for raising the age limit for voting.
Yeah,
they wouldn't. They wouldn't be worried about who votes, and let's not talk about Ron DeSantis restructuring or redistricting Florida to absolutely nullify the black vote. There's so many things that
it's a lot. It's a lot to
respect. I respect your patience because I love to have patience too, right? Because what I like to do is I like to walk them through their thought process and just to see if there's a light bulb at the end of that.
I was trying, but he wouldn't let me. He wasn't listening. He just wasn't.
No, because you could tell he didn't come there to have a real conversation. He came there because his ego was bruised. So I don't mind you kicking him off. And I don't know if you see me in the comments.
Well, I didn't kick him off. I muted him. He left. I was like, listen, you got to let me talk and answer. Fuck it. I was like, okay, I muted you. I didn't kick him. I would have unmuted him and then let him talk. Well, he got frustrated and he left.
I take that back. Choice. Yeah, he did leave.
He threw the towel. He left the debate. I won by default.
But here's something else. Something else that struck me interesting, right? In order to feel or to position himself in this area of I'm a victim too. I was a fetus. The fuck does that mean? We were all fetuses.
That was the most idiotic thing he could have said. Out of all the shit he could have said, I'm like, well, so what? You're not giving birth and you're not a woman. So
and then he tried to pivot with, are you against? I was just like, oh my God, this is what you. But here's something else too. They don't understand the concept of a debate. Bring your facts to the table, and we will discuss those facts and provide critical thinking to, guess what? Come to some kind of understanding or consensus. These individuals don't want to do that, right? Because, and how much you want to bet, right? He's going to go listen to somebody else talk about how Hunter Biden was responsible for the gas prices or some craziness. And then he's going to take notes. Then he's going to come onto this app and recruit people. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I spend half my time debating them or talking to them because it's not because I talk to them. I make it my point to make them look stupid because of the people in the comments. Because this is how they garner their following. This is how they build this idiocracy at its peak.
That's the only thing I regret. The only thing I regret is I gave him clout. You know, now he's gonna have more followers because of my life. That's why I don't give them. Listen, I don't give them lives. People have to understand this. My followers don't get it sometimes. I don't do these things because I don't want to give them clout. I don't want them to grow. I want them to stay small. Because the less people they reach with their bullshit, the better off we are. I don't want them to grow. These accounts, these racist Trump supporter accounts, they're tiny. His was like 17,000. I seen him like at 2,000, and then they closed them, and then they opened another one, but they never go past. The only one I seen is this Yahoo Jaminlu. He's the only one that's like a large Republican content creator. But other than that, there's not a lot of them. But I don't want to give him space so that they grow, because then it becomes a problem because you're helping a cult grow, and I don't want that.
That's true. Even though he doesn't know he's in a cult, even though he doesn't like Trump, but he supports MAGA.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't believe in L. Ron Hubbard, but I like Scientology. What? It's like Cat Williams. Cat Williams has a joke on Netflix. He's like, when a cop pulls over and you're smoking reefer, the smoke is fake, but the joint is real. I'm like, bro, make a decision. This is like, it's so strange. But at any rate, thank you for coming in. I'm gonna keep
no problem,
everyone, but
I get you, brother. And I've been following you for a while. And listen, if I see something, and I respect your expertise, and that's something that I would like to start picking your brain about, because you have the expertise in energy.
Oh yeah, I worked with it. Yeah, dude, listen. When I was in Puerto Rico, I passed the bar. I was already working with the agency, but doing something else. I was HR manager. And when I passed the bar, the lawyer that left, my director was like, "Do you want to take the position?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I'll take it." And I became director of the agency for energy affairs in Puerto Rico. And at that time, Obama sent a bunch of money for the energy affairs because we were doing solar panels for the entire island, because the island gets hit all the time by hurricanes. So we wanted to have solar panels. And then the cost was offset by ARA funding by the United States. And I made all those contracts, dude. I was responsible for doing RECs, renewable energy credits, contracts for energy. And I understand at a deep level how fossil fuels, oil, avoided costs. I know all of the terms because I worked in energy for 3 fucking years. It's not like I'm making this shit up. I literally done it. And then, to get into an argument with a buffoon like that who doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about is frustrating. Because I'm like, dude, first off, you don't hold a license in law. I have done a lot of shit with energy, and you're like an armchair fucking, like, what are you doing? What is this clown shit?
Wait a minute. Where's abortion in the Constitution? Oh my goodness. Where's
that was another
in the
one.
Constitution?
Well, if it's not in the Constitution, it doesn't exist. The fuck are you talking about, dude? We got a bunch of laws codified. You can go to Congress and there's like an entire goddamn library that you'll get lost in there. And none of that is in the Constitution. So now, you don't need a license to drive your car because it's not in the Constitution. What the fuck are you? What is this shit? Yeah, bro. It's like, talk about stupidity at its finest. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Thanks for coming in, dog.
Not a problem. Send me a follow, and trust me, I will always ask you questions about energy, because I get into these debates all the time.
Friend. We're already friends. I already follow you. Yeah.
Oh,
JP
okay.
especially from New York. Yeah, we're already mutuals. I remember you. I remember you.
Hey, man.
Peace out,
Keep
dog.
up the struggle.
Thank you, brother. It's crazy, man. It's crazy when you see this shit, like the things people bring. All right, let me see who's next. Oh my god, guys, I'm so sorry. It's 9:37. I don't know if I'm gonna have to get some more coquitos. There's so many of you. All right. Oh god, I don't know who to pick. I'm just gonna do someone randomly or something. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Okay. Can somebody tell me who has been waiting long? Be honest, please. Now everyone's gonna tell me. I have been waiting forever. Sorry, I just really want to be fair, and I don't know how the list goes. The Diamond Cut House, Luis. Ramos Capital, again, who are you? Shit. I know you see me. Okay, Ramos Capital. All right. All right. Ramos Capital, you're not in my queue, actually. I don't even know how to get on the list. Well, but you can get on the list. Oh, yeah. If you don't have 1,000 followers, you can't get in the live. Just know that. Pick a Republican. I don't think there's any. Not after I debated that guy. Puerto Rico and Chicago, yeah, and in Wisconsin. It was worth the wait. I'm going to listen, you guys, for those who missed it, this is screen recorded. I am going to put it on YouTube Live on my channel. Go to my profile, go to my page. One of the links is on my YouTube channel. I'm going to put the entire debate on YouTube so that you guys can see it with the comments and everything. It'll be fun. I'm just going to let somebody in randomly. Okay. Sandra Rivera. Let's let Sandra in. All right. Welcome, Sandra. How are you? Bienvenido.
Hola, Luisito.
Bienvenido. How are you?
Bien. ¿Cómo tú estás?
Aquí, ya tú sabes, bregando con los locos. Dealing with crazy people.
Me encantó el loco ese que tú tenías aquí.
Ah, loco, sí. Tienes un minuto porque tengo 16 personas en queue. ¿Qué opinas del debate? ¿Te gustó el debate?
Mira, yo siempre veo todos los likes tuyos y yo no encuentro a alguien que venga a pejearte a ti. Eso es, yo me quedo así porque quiero aprender.
Es que insisten, pero...
Bobada. Qué estúpido. Fucking KKK.
Esta racita es un problema, ¿verdad?
Porque las muchachas quieren que tú vuelvas.
Pues envíame la invitación y hacemos otro live de nuevo cuando tú quieras.
¿Estás seguro?
Sí, 100%, siempre yo estoy disponible por mi gente boricua. Envíame la notificación, comunícate conmigo y la semana que viene vamos a planear para lunes o martes, ¿está bien?
¿Vamos a planear para cuándo?
Lunes o martes. Cualquiera de esos 2 días después de las 7 de la noche. Lunes o martes después de las 7 de la noche. Cuenta con eso. I'll be there, all right?
Tiene que ser la hora tuya a las 7 de la noche.
La hora mía a las 7 de la noche, 3 horas para adelante en Puerto Rico serían las 8 o las 9 tuyas. Yo lo puedo hacer a las 6 para que sea a las 8.
Estamos aquí en unas están en Miami, yo estoy en Buffalo.
I know. I'll make it work for everybody. I want to get a live with you guys. I'm talking in English because so people will understand she's asking me to be on a live. I will do it, lo hago, pero lo planificamos. Lo importante es que me envíes un DM. Envíame un mensaje personal por TikTok y nos comunicamos y lo planeamos. ¿Está bien?
Está bien.
Cuenta conmigo.
El loco ese lo despachaste.
They're crazy, I know. I'll communicate. You know how it is. I got to keep going because I got a lot of people. Se te aprecia y se les quiere mucho, ¿ok?
Te amo, Luisito.
Gracias. Okay, bye. I love my Puerto Rican peeps. All right, let's go to the next one. I'm trying to cover everybody. All right. Let's do. I like the name. Let's do leftist. How you doing? Welcome. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Sí. Papi. Tú y yo tenemos un problema y tú no lo sabes. I just wanted to tell you that before we start everything. Tú y yo tenemos un problema. Tú le diste a 2 videos míos, 2 diferentes videos míos, like, pero no me diste el follow. Eso
really?
Me duele.
Well, yes, let's do it right now. I'll give you a follow right now. There you go, baby.
Hey,
I like your shit. If I gave you likes, I like it. I just followed you, though. The follow is different. But I did follow you. Thank you.
No. Yo que quería decirte era que it's true what you say about like debating Trump supporters because, for example, I made the mistake of like going to a Trump supporter live at the Cubans.
Oh God!
You already know.
You need this for that.
Papi, they were talking about like que si Michelle Obama is actually a trans man, and they killed the person.
Yeah,
They
they're
like
really
they have
crazy.
the evidence,
They
and
make
oh
good cloud
my
for the
God,
haters, though. They make good material.
that is true, that is true. So nada,
1 minute,
en cosas. Ujú.
because I got a lot of
Oh,
people
ya.
in there.
Ok, sí, perdón, pensaba que me estaba pidiendo tiempo. No, pregunta seria. Like, yo quería saber, like, because, like, a este punto, like, I want to know what is, like, your opinion about, like, how we gonna make people feel more comfortable voting for the Democratic Party. Because, like, most of the time, at least most of the people that I know, they vote for the Democratic Party just because they don't like the other guys.
Yeah,
Not because, like, they feel
that's a good
attached,
question.
they feel like they want to know
Listen,
something, you know.
listen, that's a good question, but it's not a 1 minute question. It's very complicated. I'll give you my best answer within 1 minute. The way we get closer to people is we need to start doing, and this is going to sound a little bit egotistical, but hear me out. We need to start doing what I'm doing. The Democrats are too soft. We need let me tell you my crazy idea. I have a crazy idea. We need in the Democratic Party someone like Trump, but not like Trump. Somebody that's brave
Sí.
enough to say, no, you're not gonna do this shit. You know?
Mhm.
But Democrats are soft on Republicans. We're too soft with them. We compromise
Yes.
too much. We let them
But,
like disrespect us. That's why I like AOC. AOC
mhm.
stands up for them.
Exacto.
Stands up to
Sí.
them. I'm sorry. She doesn't let them like play around with her. And I like that about her. You know,
No,
we need that.
exacto.
We need to
Eh,
be stronger.
es
We're
la
too
sangre
soft.
boricua.
I
Es
mean,
que no se deja, no se deja.
yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. We don't fuck
Yo,
around.
yo también, yo también.
Yeah. All
Pero
right.
sí,
Listen,
próximamente voy a poder,
I gotta go on to the next one because I got a lot of people. I followed you. Let's stay in touch, brother.
dale.
Keep it up, man. Have a good one. All right. I'm trying to go to everyone. Lucky Luciano, man. He's been waiting for a while. Let's take him. What's going on, brother? Welcome.
Hey, what's going on, hermano?
Doing good, brother. Welcome. What is up? You got 1 minute.
Not much. Just here at the house, just watching what happened earlier today. Wow. Look, if you look at my page, there's a reason I do toy content because I'm a veteran. So I hear
Good.
that kind of stuff all the time, especially since I'm not on their side.
Right.
So since I'm not on their side, all they do is invalidate me.
You know.
Hey, I love who I am. Tatted for life, that says Boricua. Plain and simple. The other one, renegado. I'm always going to fight for what's good, and I hate hearing that stuff.
Yeah.
You can't even talk to people anymore. That guy did nothing but drink Red Bull and yell at you. Or Monster, whatever it is.
I tried.
Then he came with the trust me bro credentials. Yo, come on.
Yeah.
Be prepared. Know your audience. And it does suck because we should be able to sit down and talk to each other, but all they do is yell. It's like, look, man, take a breath first.
Yeah. Well, and
Second,
even if you were gonna yell facts, but if you're yelling lies, it's like you're just making shit up, and it's not gonna make it true because you're saying it louder. You know,
exactly.
that's not how it works.
That's 100% true. And like I said, it's hard and it's sad at the same time because
it is sad.
You're right. Now that things are getting on the playing field, you getting your feelings hurt. Oh, why are you getting your feelings hurt now? Oh, because I don't have to listen to you because I can call you out on what you're doing. Look,
but listen, you know what that is white fragility. They are experiencing something for like roughly the last 10 years that we as people of color and minorities have experienced for the last 500.
Exactly.
500, and they experience a minuscule part because they're not even experiencing it fully. They're experiencing a nudge, a little bit of pushback, and they're losing their goddamn minds.
And that's the part that really gets to me. I work for the government. I live here in Syracuse, New York. I grew up in Orange County, New York, closer to the city, a lot more diverse. Out here, though, people be like, "What's your last name?" As soon as I say Sanchez, a lot of times it's followed with, And some people are bold enough to ask, "Are you from here?" I'll be like, "Are you from here?" I'll ask them back, "What's that supposed to mean?" Well, why'd you ask me that question?
Yeah.
As soon as you start doing that, they get pissed. And I tell people, we're not doing that no more.
That's why I said in one of my videos, and it went viral, I remember it. I said, it doesn't matter what I am or where I'm from, I'm Mexican.
100%.
We're all Mexican.
Okay.
We're all fucking, if you are any Spanish speaker, you can be from Argentina, they don't give a shit. You're Mexican.
Yep, they hear the full name. Like one person asked me, because
nothing wrong with Mexican. I fucking love my Mexican peeps, but there's like 40 different, you know.
And that's what really bothers me, because
but for them,
up here is Trump country, and I tell people all the time, I was like, I'm not down with none of that. I said, I have my own voice. You don't speak for me. You don't tell me what I want and what I need. We can speak for ourselves. And if you don't understand me in English, I'll tell you in Spanish if you want. But it, like I said, it's getting harder and harder. And I teach my kids too, you be respectful, but think for yourself. And that's the thing. They can't be respectful. Yeah. Like there's no respect.
Because they have controlled the narrative for so long. And it's one of my commenters said it just now. They're like, they're losing power and they know it. And it's true. They're losing numbers. Listen, the United States of America is a liberal country. We're liberal. 65% of Americans want gun control. 64% of Americans want women to have their abortion rights not touched. I think 70% of Americans think that there's now more racism than ever before because we're going back to the same ways and that we need reform. There's like 68% of Americans that want universal health care and socialized for all. The majority of Americans want liberal things, but the problem is that we've been held hostage by a small portion of the population. There are a bunch of racist assholes that support Trump. And because of the popular vote, they have a legitimate chance. It's a problem. It's the fucking Electoral College and that racist bullshit. It's really difficult.
And the hardest thing to do is for people to see it. So I am glad you did what you did, because it's like there's no hiding. He got on there. He showed who he is, and it's horrible. Like at work, I'll just leave you with this. A real great friend of mine, he's a veteran too, a black man. We had someone tell us, if this had been 50 years ago, you boys would be doing what I tell you to do. While he's wearing his little Trump everything. And I just looked at him, I was like, well, we don't do that anymore. And I was like, and if you was about 50 years younger, it'd be a little bit different the way you're talking to people. I was like, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that's why you can't give him space. You can
never get over that mentality.
You gotta humiliate them, like I said in my video, and I repeat it and I stand by it because that's what started this fucking TikTok. You have to humiliate them out of existence. If you are gonna be a prick and you're gonna support a white supremacist president, you have no space in my area. And everyone should be in the same place. And I love those restaurant videos that come up when somebody goes with a MAGA hat and they throw him out. I fucking love that shit. Look at the intolerant Democrats. Yeah, that's great. Because you were doing that shit for a while. Now you're getting a taste of your own goddamn medicine.
I know. And it's hard because it's like, look, we have our own voices. Like, well, but you really want this. No, I don't. You don't speak for me. That's my biggest thing. I go around with people. I'm like, you don't speak for me? Well, in the ghettos, I'm like, in the ghettos? Oh, so we doing that now? I'm automatically from the ghetto because
your poor ass needs to vote this way because you're fucking.
And I love Mexican people too. You can call me Mexican if you want. I'm still Latino. It doesn't change at the end of the day. Exactly. You know what I mean? And it's hard, but love what you're doing.
Thank you.
Love everybody else out there doing their thing. Me and my family over here, we rock with you.
Where you at?
I'm in Syracuse, New York.
Oh, okay. Swing state. That's a good one.
Up here in snow country, it is what it is. It hasn't snowed yet. Hey, let's go.
But I know about that.
It's
But
one of
thank
those
you.
things, man. But next time I'm in Colorado, we got a hoop though. I will bring my
Anytime, bro. Come over. I still got a little bit of buckets. I got to
Okay.
take it easy, though. My knees are not the same. You
So
take care, brother.
and everybody in here, have a good one.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You have a good night. Que tenga buen día. All right. Yeah, it's 9:53. I'm about to tap out. I got probably space for a couple more. How are you? Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
How
How
are
are
you?
you?
Doing good, doing good. Oh, look who's
Good.
here. My most viral video ever.
So
2 million likes.
really have to say, I really have to say that guy, I think I divorced a man like him once.
Probably.
That was horrible.
It was bad.
It was really horrible.
He has some
all
stuff
the way
going
up
on
to
internally that he needs to like solve.
like he and the type of mentality from him is precisely why I'm an election poll worker and get active and get out there and educate people on voting and what they can do and what one voice means. Because his voice is not the appropriate voice for a true democracy.
Yeah.
It's not.
They're loud and
It's
wrong.
like, it's horrible. And the fact that he couldn't even let you speak, ugh.
Yeah, but it comes from white supremacy.
100%.
He really thinks he can talk over me because he has authority over me because of the color of my skin. He really it's sub silencio though. It's like he doesn't know it, but that's why he's doing it.
But like, what percentage?
He might be 2% Cherokee or some shit.
Like that. He's like this. Like, I don't know. I'm milk white. There you go.
Crazy. It was pretty bad. But and you know, it took me by surprise, in all honesty. I thought we can have a conversation, but I think he felt like he was losing the debate and he got frustrated and then he just started screaming. That's what happened. He knew he was like losing.
Absolutely. The second that you wouldn't engage in his whataboutisms and his straw man, he was done. It was over for him.
Yeah, because he's doing false comparisons and a bunch of shit that's just has nothing to do one thing with the other. He's just he came with a plan and the plan didn't work, and then he got frustrated and he started screaming, and you could tell he had like a little bit of an agenda, but he has some stuff to deal with.
Classic narcissistic rage. I watched it. Like,
that's why. Listen, the video is funny too, because the video he attacked me for, that we went on a live because of my video.
Right.
The video, I said the problem with these people are that if they don't get their way, they're gonna get angry and then they're gonna choose violence, and that's exactly what happened. Video. I'm like,
yeah,
it's incredible.
I watched that video.
I called it.
I love watching your videos really late at night when I can't sleep. It gives me something to laugh at. I just go, let's just start laughing.
Thank you.
Go through 10 or 15 of them and have a good laugh, because you know that they're mad. They're like frothing at the mouth like rabid dogs.
Yeah, and they don't throw me off because you know, a wolf doesn't get angry at a sheep. It's like I'm not gonna get angry at him because I know that he has nothing. So it's like I get it. If I was arguing with Noam Chomsky, I would get frustrated as fuck because he would have an answer for everything that I say, and it's like, fuck, I can't get him, and he can't get me, and he gets frustrated. He doesn't understand it. That's why I told him, you are in over your head. I told him, and he got really angry. I'm like, you're talking about something that you do not understand. You literally don't have the mental capacity or the experience or the knowledge or the studies to argue with me on something like that, and you're wasting your time trying. That's why I wanted to accredit him. I'm like, tell me your credentials, because otherwise you're wasting your time. I'm going to, like, you know, it's going to be bad for you.
And he just came at you with his Google degree like he knew everything in the world. I mean, Dr. Google out here.
I just
you can look it up.
Oh my God. I'm like, you're fucking God. Tell me the lotto numbers.
I would not let my children talk to me that way. And when my grandson is older and he's not going to be allowed to speak that, but like, no, you actually have to crack open a book. I'm sorry. You got to go to school.
When he gave me the figure, I'm like, this is just a child.
Oh my gosh. I lost it at that point. I'm like, he's
really,
gone.
dude? Yeah, I am shocked that they
chanting. I was chanting, mute him. Can't hear.
Well, when I almost muted him when he said this thing about women. I'm like, I'm gonna mute this. It's bad
But
And
he
they
was a
call that
fetus.
legs. I'm like, no.
But he was a fetus once, so
I see people say stupid shit, but that took the cake.
oh my
Like,
God.
what?
Like he was doing us a favor by me, a female, he was doing me a favor by going, "Did you assume my gender?" No, we're not assuming anything about you at all, not the contents of your pants or your head.
Oh my God. Yeah, that one I'm still, to be honest, I'm still processing it. I'm a fetus. I'm like, what? You don't
I
have a
mean,
vagina. Like, what are you talking about?
I am from the land of Holly, where we literally, the second they overturned Roe v. Wade, we suddenly got nailed with a horrible abortion ban.
Yeah.
He is representative of the type of individuals that are like, we have a say over your body. No, you don't.
No, you
We'll
don't.
fight.
No, you don't. And then
We'll
he
fight.
says the same stupidest Republicans talking point. Bring us to the states. Yeah, and it shouldn't. You see the states arguing slavery? No. There's things that are not left to debate, and women's rights should have never been on the table.
No, I
They
mean,
did it because there was 5 religious zealots who are out of their fucking minds who said, we're just going to do this. And it's
and
a problem.
eventually, if you go far enough left, because I would like to think I'm not a centrist, you go far enough left, you find people like me who will fight for our rights. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not afraid to stand up and say, you're wrong, people.
yeah.
We're not all of us roll over. Some of us are
And we're
going to be
done
angry.
with them. It's what and it's what I told them. We're done with them. It's like, dude, we're done with you people. Like, we don't know. We don't want division. Yes, I don't like I said, yeah, I don't want to share my space with you.
Like,
nothing wrong with that. I don't want you in my house. I don't want
like,
there's people I don't want to hang out with. There's a ton of people that I look at them and I was like, I don't want to hang out with that prick.
yeah, definitely not. I don't want that man in my space. Ugh.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people I don't want to hang out with. It. They think they're those people who want to get picked for the game and nobody likes them. I'm like, dude, if nobody likes you, that's on you. That is not my fault. I am not making it worse for you. You are making it worse for yourself.
And they're going to keep doing it too, as long as people keep giving him space. So the idea of giving him zero space, he can.
And I gave it, and that's the worst part, right? I gave him a chance to probably represent your people or whatever. I gave you a chance, and you ruined it.
He did.
You ruined it because now it's like people are gonna be like, you see, that's fucking why.
And he is such a raging narcissist that he's out there already pumping out those videos about how he won this great debate when all he did was sit here and scream like a small child having a hissy fit.
Yeah.
Like all he needed to do was lay down on the floor and pound his feet and hands on the floorboards, and he would have had it all the way done.
Yeah, he has some anger.
Like watching a 5-year-old. It was horrible.
He has some anger issues and some shit that he needs to deal with. And I'm not a psychiatrist. That's not my thing. He needs help. And I hope he gets the help he needs for his own sake, because you're 36 years old and you're acting like a temper tantrum child, like a 9-year-old. Yep. Really weird. I'm like,
I can say, as a person who does have a degree in psychology, I know a narcissist when I see one.
Right. Well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Keep on keeping on.
Yes, I'll try.
Have a good night.
You too. Que tenga buen día.
Yep.
Oh my God, yeah. All right. Oh my God. Listen, there's too many people. I have. Oh my God. I'll take one more, and that's it. Two more, because I want to do figs. I really want to do figs. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Doing good. People, for those of you who don't know, you see that beautiful wooden work?
Yeah.
That man is the author of that beautiful woodwork. His name is Fix. If you want to get one of those, follow his account. You'll have to wait like a year.
Yo, what?
Because you have like 5,000 people that want that.
Bro, I beg to differ. I think you should give these people a platform, because that guy kind of proves the point you've been trying to make all along. So sometimes maybe giving a little bit of space and you played it really well. You stayed quiet. You in the court of law, I can just see it. You just stay quiet, let them prove themselves. Voila.
Yeah.
That's how you played it. Pero.
Because I'm not gonna talk over him for what? Because people won't be able to listen.
No point. It's really no point because it's you could tell halfway through that conversation, like I knew it was gonna go. You were gonna hang up or something. It's back and forth stuff. But no se you're not gonna go nowhere that way.
Yeah, he just doesn't know what he's talking about, and I get it. He's frustrated. He's mad. I get it.
Gut feelings, though, that always works.
Yeah,
but
listen. At least you got a couple of laughs, I imagine.
It was funny. I'm like, yo,
it is funny. It's comedy.
It was funny, but also frustrating because you kind of wanna see I don't know, a good debate. You know,
it's funny and alarming at the same time. But the problem is they can be exchange of ideas on somebody that is just spewing out false things. You're making shit up.
Yeah, you can't.
You're literally saying that there was another insurrection when the planet fucking knows that there wasn't one. You're making it up. Well, let me look at the fucking. You're not looking at anything. There wasn't any. Tell me. That's why I asked him. Tell me when there was another insurrection in the Capitol for an election. People, there's none. Where?
No, we have one. That's it. Uno. This is why I stick to woodworking and just I stay away from the politics. Okay, I don't have the patience you do. Yo, no.
Yeah. No, I get it. Let me get in another one real quick.
Está bien, papi.
I love you, brother. Come to Denver so we can have a beer.
Enero.
Okay.
January.
I'll hold your word for Reyes.
Está bien, pa.
First round's on me. We'll do feliz arroz con gandules. Okay. Take care, brother. Yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, let me get Luis Figueroa because he really wants to go. All right. Hello, Luis. Welcome.
Thank you.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing so good. Oh my God! I was praying for the last minute. I was like, please let me be the last one at least.
You are the last one. I can't hear anybody else. It's already been
perfect.
2 hours.
I'll make sure.
What's going on, brother?
I'm doing really well. So I'm from Texas.
That's great.
And
Texas?
for the yes.
Are you sure you're doing well?
Oh, believe me, it was. What I did my best. I was able to push 154 people to go vote for the midterms.
Good for you.
And the most interesting thing, and I wanted to really pass this for you because I know you have a big platform, and right now I'm barely starting, and I'm trying to get people to understand because a lot of people live in the present day. And let me give you an example of that. And this is mostly for Latinos. Latinos blame usually the people who is in power for whatever present thing that's going on right now. So a lot of times when I try to talk to them, I will go and tell them, well, when Trump was in power, everything was so much better. And I was like, okay, I heard their plea, but when I tried to make them understand, I was like, hey, how long does it take for a president for their policies to take over? I always tell them, whenever a president comes over, how long do you really think it takes for their policies to take effect in the country? And they got quiet, And I feel like the more I educated people to make them understand that policies take a long time. With the president Trump, whenever he barely took office for the 2 years for the beginning.
We figured out. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Don't leave because I want to keep talking to you, but for one more minute. But I'm gonna let Ramos Capitan because he's about to have a heart attack, and he really wants to talk to me. So I want to let him in.
Yeah.
Welcome, Ramos Capital. Let me finish with Luis, and then I go with you. Keep going, Luis.
Okay, thank you. So one of the things that I feel like if you can really focus, especially with the Latino community, because I don't know if you noticed, the Latino community are losing. They're going more Republican nowadays because they keep thinking
a little bit.
Yeah, especially here in Texas. So out of all the people I talk to, they live in the present.
Perdóname, Luis Figueroa, Ramos Capital. If you're in a car, roll your window or mute until I go to you, all right? Because I'm getting a lot of background. I can't hear Luis. Thank you. I'm like a moderator too. Thank you. Okay, keep going.
Okay, thank you so much. So whenever I took this 154 people, it took me maybe 60 of them to convert them to Democrats, right? So that means that when I took them to a poll, I told them vote for everything blue. And I know I'm in a losing state. Texas is so red and it's been red for so many years, and I feel like we're getting there. We're getting really close. But the second point I wanted to bring in was Latinos right now, they're living on the present since they work paycheck to paycheck. A lot of these people blame whoever's in power, they get blamed for everything, and that's why they vote for the Republican Party. And this is because of the 60 people that I converted. They told me, they were like, hey, Biden is causing all this because I run with them, and it's smart people. It's just they didn't have time to really do their due diligence and really understand what's going on. I gave them a talk and told them, they were like,
it's difficult.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
yes,
difficult.
It's difficult. It is.
I done canvassing. I done it.
Yeah, and the last thing I want to bring up is the guy that you were talking to, my boss, which I'm not gonna say his name. He's a very, very smart man, very bright, and I remember sitting down with him, and one of the biggest fears that all Republicans in Texas have, if you touch their gun, you have an automatically lost vote for the Democrat Party, right? And I think this is one of the reasons why Beto has always lost, because he always says, I'm gonna bring regulations to semi-automatic rifles. And I remember talking to this guy, and I told him, and he's completely 100% white. And I told him, how long have you been holding your guns through your generations? Yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, I've been holding my guns since my grandpa, my grand, great.
It's a generational thing.
Yeah, and I told them, how many? So let me ask you this: how many times has the Democrats ever taken your power? Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh well, it's because we don't vote for Democrats. I was like, yeah, but you always had Democrat presidents, Democrats, governors. Let me see. Out of all the years, when has anyone come close to taking your guns? And then all of a sudden he got quiet and he was like, you're right, nobody. And
no one's gonna do that shit. It's stupid. It's a talking point. But it is what it is. Listen, I gotta go to Ramos Capital. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you for everything.
Tocayo. Take care, brother.
Thank you.
All right, Ramos Capital. Welcome to the show. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you for taking my my live. As you can see, I was very vivid in the comments, so I definitely appreciate it.
You have your windows up?
Yeah, I have my windows up. It's just I'm going on the highway. My wife is currently driving right now, so
that's good.
So I saw your live. I saw your video, and I apologize if the video is not, or the audio is not the best. However, maybe we need to reschedule this to have like an actual debate, because this is something that I don't agree with you, right?
I'm done with debates.
Yeah, so no, but here's the thing though, it's not fair, and I wouldn't even call it a debate, because you pick on people that you know that you can beat. So that's different. Not only
no, hold on. I don't pick on them. They pick on me.
Okay, so
I didn't make the video.
Here's the thing. You specifically, right? You specifically, I made a video on my page, and
I remember you. They took that video down though. You're the military guy.
Correct.
Yeah. Yes. I remember you. Your video was quite interesting. You were saying that people in Puerto Rico were angry because the military didn't want to leave and all that stuff. I remember you now. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that wasn't the context of the video, and that's why I say, right, that you pick on not pick, or if you want to say that people pick on themselves, which I kind of agree, because some of the people are kind of dumb and kind of stupid, and I agree with you in a sense that they do not really know what the hell they're talking about. But whenever you have somebody that has the education, that has the experience to have a smart conversation with you and to propose different opinions and different ideas, then I think that's what it's all about. And I think it would be a very, very valuable conversation to have, specifically both of us living in the United States, loving Puerto Rico, because we both love Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
and
I
don't know if you saw, right? Man, and I would definitely correct, and I would definitely appreciate if you see the response that I gave you on the video, because I don't know if you saw, man, and something that I took kind of, this is the reason why I'm on your page and I wanted to go live with you, right? Is because you said a comment that you really didn't know what you were talking about, right? That I sold my soul to the United States government to cash in that paycheck, right?
I did say that.
And I made a response to I made a response to you, and I showed you even in the military, what I teach my people to do, even in the military, and what I try to do for the Puerto Rican people, because something that I would agree with you is that the Puerto Rican government, it's completely flawed. You know,
All
so
governments are
that
flawed,
is
but yeah,
the what.
all governments are flawed. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I
But
have
here's
no
the,
problem debating you. I mean, I I understand where you're coming from. The reason why I said what I said about you selling your soul is because you were saying that Puerto Ricans were complaining, and a lot of Puerto Ricans said that the Navy had to leave. And that is a very, very low blow because you have to understand the damage that the Navy has done, and you never address that. If you don't have the capacity on your life to say the Navy destroyed Vieques and never repaired it and gave cancer to a bunch of its residents, then you are not addressing the problem in its entirety. You're just nitpicking. And that's why I said what I said, because you are part of the armed forces. And if you don't want to address that, then somebody has a chokehold on you.
but here's the thing though, right? um let me put this from a perspective that maybe not a lot of people would understand, but I will try to simplify, right? And again, man, I know you're tired, man. I
No,
know
no,
that
no.
maybe this is
I'll address this because this is important. Go ahead.
okay. So here's the thing, right? What happened, do you know how much money the United States government was actually given to Puerto Rico to maintain the bases in Vieques and Culebra?
Not enough.
Vieques,
Not all the
Culebra,
money in the not all the
Ceiba.
let's say billions, 2,000 billion, 1,000, 1 billion. It doesn't matter. Not enough money because no money is going to solve the contamination levels and the problems that they cause in that island and that life of David Sanes that was lost.
But
So
let me
no
tell you
money. It
something.
doesn't matter. You're going to make
Let me
this
tell
about
you
money.
something. In the military, we have something that's called ORM, operational risk management. Okay,
Mhm.
and we have to take that into consider. Well, not us, the United States, because obviously we did our operational risk management, and the United States government, more specifically the United States military, decided that it was not worth it to continue the operations in Puerto Rico, and that's why they decided to go out. That's something that the government of Puerto Rico actually did not do. The operational risk management of simply taking out a good source of income, because what I was trying to say with that video, it wasn't about Vieques. Vieques was just an example of what I was trying to provide. If you see, what I started with that video was with the strategic operational standpoint that Puerto Rico presented in the early 1900s, which
Mhm.
that is no longer the case. And here's the thing: you went to talk in your video, and a lot of people responded
Yeah.
in my video about the Jones Act, right?
Yeah.
The problem is that,
You're just saying in a very nice way what was the true reason why the Navy left. And the
well,
answer
here's the
to
thing.
that, the answer to that is it doesn't matter. They should have left a
Here's the
long time
thing,
ago.
though. We cannot solve this question
I'm
with just
asking
a
you.
simple response, because it's a complex problem.
No, 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 because you just stated it was
For,
because
for
they made a study and the study determined that it was not cost beneficial for them to stay. Isn't that what you said?
Well, it's not cost beneficial. It wasn't beneficial. It wasn't beneficial at all. But here's
Okay.
the thing:
But why
the
does that
United
matter?
States
What's your point?
government
Because I
played it.
see,
Go ahead.
but hold on. What's your point? Because I don't see where you're going to, with this. It doesn't matter why they left. They should have left a long time ago. Whether they left because they weren't making any money or because people were protesting or because they got tired, none of that shit matters. They should have left, period. They did damage to a place
Why?
that was
Why?
because they were
Why?
damaged. Why? You're really going to ask that question? You're going to take your time to ask that?
Um,
They
I'm
left
really gonna
depleted
take, because
uranium,
because I really
unexploded
think
ordnance.
I really think that you bank on the people, on people backing you, instead of actually getting the
I'm going
actual
to answer
response
it.
of
You
the
asked me a
why.
question and I'm going to answer it. The reason why is because they were destroying a property that was not theirs to begin with. That doesn't belong to them. The beaches in Puerto Rico are public and are held in trust by the people of Puerto Rico. And they took that place and they bombarded it to the point where they made it inhabit. I wouldn't laugh if I were you about this. This is very serious. People are dying in Vieques
It's
to
just
this
that what
day
you're
of.
saying is incorrect. What you're
No,
saying
what
is
I'm saying
incorrect.
is not incorrect. I
What
can
you're
pull up
saying
the
is
pictures
incorrect.
right now and I can show them to you. There's evidence that
What you
there's unexploded ordnance in Vieques.
Here's the thing:
But
the parts of
hold
the
on, because I don't
places.
like where this is going. Are you calling me a liar? Because I've been diving there. I used to own a boat in Fajardo, and I saw unexploded ordnance there.
So what I'm saying is, well, of course. Here's the thing.
Okay,
I've been stationed in Okinawa, Japan. I've been stationed in Okinawa, Japan, and the same thing is,
nobody's talking about
if you go
Okinawa. I don't
dive,
give a shit about
if
Okinawa. I'm talking about Vieques.
if you go dive in a place that used to be a military base and is no longer a military base, of course you're gonna see some things
So
that you
that's what I
should
am saying. Then
that you
you
shouldn't
ask me
see.
why.
Because
They
when
should have
people
let.
were getting arrested in Puerto Rico, they were not getting arrested for protesting on a public beach. They were protesting because they were cutting fences to go into military training areas.
Yeah, into a place
So
that
what's your
wasn't there.
point? You're confusing the people, and you're actually telling
I'm not
things that are not
confusing
true. And
anybody, homie.
350,000 people are
I'm not
buying into
confusing
things that are
anybody.
simply not true.
I'm not confusing anybody. The people of
Yes,
Puerto
you are.
Rico, listen to me for 1 second because you're not a lawyer and I am. And I can tell you for a fact that the legal precedent is that the beaches of Puerto Rico are held in trust by the public. No beach in Puerto Rico is public, not even the one that
Oh my
Vieques was
God.
running with the Navy. No, oh my God, dude, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You want to discuss law
The,
with a lawyer and you don't have
you
a
are
law
the one,
degree?
brother. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. You say that you're a lawyer, like that is the one
No, I'm not saying
blanket for
it.
you
I
to be
know
right
it
for
for a fact.
everything.
There it
Just because
is. I'm
trust me,
not
I got
saying
friends
it
that are lawyers that are dumbasses. So you cannot say that just because you're a lawyer that you're
because you
that
don't
you
know what you're
all of
talking
a sudden
about.
know it all. Because
No, it's
I
not that
do
I
know
know
what
it
I'm
all. I
talking
know
about.
about the
Because trust
beaches.
me, I get paid to enforce the rules and regulations that were placed in Puerto Rico, and I know the consequences of doing this. And I'm gonna tell you this because I'm stationed in a military base right now, and I'm gonna tell you that the natural impacts that occur because of military training are recorded and are put into severe scrutiny, not by the government of Puerto Rico, but by federal entities that are there to ensure that the ecosystem continues to grow. But you don't say that. You don't say that, and because you don't know it because you're not in the United States government. You see what I'm saying? And
The
here's the thing, man.
environment.
People in the comments can
Let me know
say
when you're done. Let me know when you're done.
um,
Keep going.
no. People in the comments can say whatever they want.
I
You
don't
can
care
say
about the
whatever they want.
comments. I'm
But
not even looking
here's
at
the
the
part.
comments.
You're a lawyer, but I have the experience. You read books. I've actually done this
You're
stuff
not
in
older
life.
than me.
So
What
what?
experience?
What is that? What does that matter? I've been in
It
the
matters
military.
because you're
I've been in
talking
the
about
military
experience.
13 years. I've been in the military 13 years,
And
doing things that
I've
you
been
will
in law
never
for
thought about
20.
doing in your
So
entire life.
listen to me. You said something about the federal government. The EPA went there and did an estimate on damages. And they're saying that it's going to take well over 100 years to clean that beach because it has depleted uranium. And if you know anything about uranium, once it's there, it's there. And you can't clean it easily. And the Navy left those beaches completely dirty and they didn't clean it. So they did the study and they determined that. And you can look it up. It's a public study, it's available by the federal government of what you did down there. And then they did another study on the cancer incidence in Vieques, and some washed out federal judge said it was unrelated, when everyone knows that there's more cancer in Vieques than in any other part of the island. And the fact that you're a Puerto Rican and you're denying this makes it embarrassing.
Hold on a second. But you know that there's more cancer in Vieques
For a fact.
than in any other
For
place.
a
Is that a
fucking
fact?
fact. 100%.
Oh,
They did a study, the National Heart
but then why
Association.
are you diving? Why are you diving in places that you know that there's cancerous places and that you can actually get cancer?
What the hell are you talking about?
Exactly.
Where I dive is
Exactly.
my
Thank you
choice,
very much.
dude.
Exactly. Thank you very
What
much.
does that have to do with anything?
Well, wouldn't you be scared as a Puerto Rican, as a concerned citizen, as a
I
concerned
have
Puerto
more
Rican
things
of
to be
diving in
scared
a place that
about.
you can
Yeah.
actually get cancer because of the beauty of
I have
uranium?
more things. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you for your
Exactly.
concern.
Because you
Were
know
you worried
that's the
about the
answer.
people of Vieques when
And
you were
that's the
dropping
answer.
napalm on them?
And that's the answer. And
No,
that's
no.
the
Let
answer.
me. Were
Because
you worried about them?
whenever you get called out, it's like, "Ooh," and then you hide
Called
behind your
out
tolerance to give you a backing
because
answer.
of where I
Here's the
choose
thing,
to
man.
die.
I'm not like that. And I respect your point. I respect your point. I respect your point. I respect
Not
your
really.
opinion. And I do. Because I wouldn't be asking. Trust me, man. If I think that you're a dumbass, just like the other guy that you did just a live video with it, I would not be so determined in order for me to prove my point. But I do think that you are a very smart man. However, you don't have
Thank
only
you.
one side. You only have one side of the coin because you haven't taken or you haven't met, I guess, I don't know, the right people that truly care on the other side. And not only about the United States, but about Puerto Rico. about the things that actually need to change in order for us to move in the positive direction. Because you say that you spread positivity and that you want to do this, but brother, by you duetting videos of people that are less smart than you,
Oh,
what
I
you're
have no
doing is
problem
you're
with that.
creating more divide.
No,
What
I
you're
have
doing
no.
is you're
If you're
creating more
dumb,
divide.
that's on you. No, listen, that is not on me. If you're dumb and you want to be dumb, and not you specifically. If anyone, and this is a message for everybody that's watching the live right now, if you want to be publicly ignorant on purpose on the internet, I have no problem roasting you. As a matter of fact, I'll enjoy it because you're choosing to be uneducated. There's libraries that are free. Anybody can go grab a public card. If you are uneducated in the United States, it's because you want to. So I have no pity, no mercy, and no problem roasting people that are publicly and willfully uneducated. What's the problem with that?
That you're saying that you want to unify people and you want to educate people, but
I
what you
don't
do
want to
is you
unify
roast them.
anybody. That's not. I'm not the Dalai Lama. That's not. I am literally don't want those people in my spaces. I don't want dumb people that are racist that want to vote a racist president in. And now I'm starting to get worried because I'm thinking you might vote for him too. I don't know.
For what?
For
What you talking
Donald
about? For
Trump.
Trump?
Yeah.
But what does that has to do with
That
anything?
answered my question.
But what does that
It
has to
has
do
to
with
do with
anything?
what?
If even
What
if
does
I
that
let
have
me
to
tell you
do?
something. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what that has to do. I'm gonna tell you what that
Oh,
has to
we
do.
got a trumper
You know.
here.
You
Here
know
we
what
go.
that has to do? Because I've been again the military 13 years. The safest that I've ever served serving under a president was when I was under President Trump, not Barack Obama, not President Biden. Because let me tell you something.
This is
Okay. Let me tell you
this
something.
is enough,
Let me
dude.
tell you something.
I'm
Oh,
tired. This is
okay.
with what you just said. I think we should close it. This is the safest you felt with Donald Trump. Really?
Let me. Well, if you actually want to take this serious, I mean, I don't know. I've been serious
Who's
this
gonna take
entire freaking
something like what
time.
you just said seriously?
Let me tell you something. Last year in September 2021 was when the Afghan hit happened on the 13 service members that lost their life. I was out there. 11 out of the 13 were from my unit. 11 out of 13 were from my unit. And let me tell you something. Well, actually, there's classified stuff that I can't really talk about over here on TikTok. But let me tell you something. We in the military were telling people we need to get out of there. We cannot close bases. We cannot close that. And other people, other entities, besides the military, decided to make the strategic, quote unquote, decision of staying in Afghanistan, and that's when Afghanistan went absolutely to shit.
You are an instrument of war that you chose and you signed in the line with his daughter.
Correct, and I'm
You
100%
have no
agree with
say
that.
on
Let
it,
me tell you something. Let me tell you something though, and
and
this
it
is
has
my
nothing to
point.
do with the
That would have
fight.
never happened under President Trump. That would have never happened under
How can
President
you
Trump.
possibly know that?
Because the facts of the matter is that the United States, Puerto Rico, every single place that is an ally of the United States was better off when Trump was president
I
than
don't
what
talk
they
to Puerto
currently
Rican
are.
Trump supporters, dude. No sofrito, no adobo for you. This is dumb. Bye. This is stupid. What is this guy talking about? This is the craziest night I've ever been on TikTok. What is this shit? No, I feel safer than ever. He's a Trumper, obviously. I got him in a corner. But I'm like, what are you talking about? Talking about Vieques, like, oh, well, why do they have to leave? How about they're dropping fucking bombs on people? How about that? Have you thought about that one? Oh my fucking God. What is this? This is like the craziest shit ever. I had enough fun tonight for one night. Listen, I am done. That was stupid. This is like people come into debate these stupid topics. A guy who's in the military thinking that the fucking Navy, who was bombarding the shit out of an island and contaminated it, well, they didn't need to live. What are you talking? Are you crazy? This is like, my God, what is wrong with people? Oh Jesus! I'm telling you, man. These Puerto Rican Trumpers, they are the worst of the worst, man. And then he's like, well, you're dividing. Like, again with this dividing shit. Bro, a mí no, yo no quiero hangar contigo. I don't want to be with you. You think I'm going to hold hands with you and party? No, I don't give a shit about you. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. And then he comes into my life trying to run shit. No, dude. You don't know what. I know the one who doesn't know what he's talking about. No, well, we own the beach. No, you fucking don't own the beach. The beaches in Puerto Rico are owned in the public fucking trust. No one owns a beach in Puerto Rico. Not a single human. Well, you think you're a lawyer. I know more than you. For a fact. Oh my God. This is just like, I need more coquito. I'm halfway in the bottle. Shit, look at this. Hey, I have fun. Listen, people, this has been a 2.5 hour life. I am exhausted. I love you all. Thank you for sticking, for the ones that did. This has been a lot of fun, but I'm exhausted of talking to like people who don't think. Oh my God, guys, you want to keep coming in. Listen, I'm like tired. Oh my God. Okay. All right. I'll get one more person. Just be honest. Tell me who's been waiting the longest, because I don't even know. Thank you for the coquito recipe. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad you guys like it. Good night, Luis. Yeah, people are like, good night, good night. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm tired. I'll do another live maybe tomorrow. It's just been a while, and I don't have subscriptions. I don't like. I'll figure out the subscriptions thing, because I thought people had to pay for it, and I didn't want to charge anybody for it. But I'll plan it out. I'll get you guys in. It's been a really fun life. I'm just exhausted of interchanging ideas with people that don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm sorry. Thank you everyone for coming. I love you guys. I appreciate you a lot. You guys are great. We'll keep fighting the good fight. This was an interesting live. I'm glad it happened. We'll see if I debate someone else again. I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest. Not after today. But I'm definitely going to do more lives, but just not the debate thing. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Keep on fighting the good fight. I'm going to keep here hitting my coquito. It's been a good night. I love you, everyone. Keep tuning in. Oh, one more thing before I leave. I am going to upload it to my YouTube channel. So go to my page, check out the link, and I'll upload it. And I'll make a couple of snippets and highlights. I'll make another video on it. But you can check it out on my YouTube channel. It will be available and open to the public. Because there's a lot of people that missed it or might have not seen it. So thank you again for showing up. I love you guys. Thank you for your support. Que tenga buen día.